Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. We are live from the Sonosi Hairline Studios of Arizona. Come on.
Wonderful.
How you doing, friends? Welcome to the stream. It's the MMA Holes Monday show, breaking news, whatever the hell you want to call it. Why UFC 283 was a beautiful disaster. Yes. Beautiful disaster.
Wonderful.
By the way, we have breaking news. Chris Curtis will be fighting KELVIN GASTELUM. How about that? How about dem apples? We're going to be talking about all this stuff. We're going to be recapping the 283 card. A lot of carnage happened on that card. We'll be talking about the bets, what went right, what went wrong. We're going to be talking about retirements. We're going to be talking about everything about that card. Let's get your thoughts as well. Make sure you hit the like button before we get into it. Let's give a shout out to the sponsors over here. Sheath Underwear. The promo code is MMAHOLES for 20% off the best underwear in the game. MyBookie.ag. The promo code is MMAHOLES for 100% match in your first deposit. CBDX.com. If you want to get high, you want to blaze away. 20% off. The promo code is MMAHOLES. And ESPN Plus. If you'd like to watch the fights and be wonderful, use our link in the description. All right, friends, let's get it popping here tonight. How's everyone doing in the chat? Figueiredo lost his belt. Glover Teixeira had a chance of getting his belt back. That didn't work out for him. It was a battering. Lauren Murphy got battered. It got ugly. It got ugly at some points. Gilbert Burns had an afro, looked fantastic with the fro. A lot of crazy stuff happened. But I want to say hello to the chat before we dive into the card. How's everyone doing tonight?
Wonderful.
Doing good, Lord Sarkar. Okay, that's good. That's wonderful.
Wonderful.
Hey, bro, it's always awesome watching your streams. Great voices, great people. Always great to listen. The good time. Thank you very much for being a member, and thank you for being wonderful. Hey, chat, says Duke Chronic. How you doing, Duke Chronic? Beauvais, how you doing, buddy? Says, yow! Stop the fight, Herb. I have AIDS. Well, that's the good news is, am I going to get demonetized for saying the A word? No. The good news is you could live with that now. These days, look at Magic Johnson. He looks great. Okay, so 283. Let's just dive right into it. Check this out over here. The Fight Center. Glover Teixeira, all red, and Jamahal Hill, sort of red. 248 strikes to 108. 232 significant strikes to 75. Whew. Jamal, you did pretty damn good. You're in my respect. I mean, people could say, oh, well, Glover is 43 years old. He's way past his prime. Jamal had, some people online were saying Jamal had an easy path to the title. And, I guess I could understand the argument. But you do have to give the man respect. I mean, if you look at him in the Contender Series, hide your kids, hide your wife, goofy face, hey, let's have some fun. And then all of a sudden, boom, before you know it, he's a champion. You got to give the man credit. The way he was able to stop those takedowns, Glover was 2 for 17 on the takedowns. So, you got to give Jamahal Hill credit for that. I do have to give Glover credit. People were constantly saying his chin. I'm kind of sick of the chin conversation. It's kind of ridiculous. There are some fighters, yes, they get tapped a couple of times on that, and that's it. It's donezo. But that doesn't mean everyone is like that. Glover got popped multiple times and just kept on coming. Like a zombie, moving forward with his face all bloodied and battered, checking out on his thumbnail. Glover was feeling the heat of Jamal's fists and never stopped. In fact, Glover broke his nose. Jamahal Hill broke his nose. And Deiveson Figueiredo broke his nose as well. Talking about Deiveson Figueiredo, I made a short, and we spoke about it during the stream on Saturday night. I didn't put 2 and 2 together about him. He is the God of War. I know that was the nickname, but I never put 2 and 2 together that he was Kratos. So I made a short about that today. Go check that out. Let's see. Please help Felony Pimp. freaking texted him back. I don't know. We have it's like we're playing phone tag. But yeah, if he needs help, tell him to shoot me a message, and I will help him out. He would want help with the memberships. But by the way, Wednesday night. So we're gonna have a special guest from Sheath Underwear pop back on the show, and then we're going to go into the Power Slap stream on Wednesday night, and we're gonna have a special UFC fighter stop by as well. He's got a fight coming up in 2 weeks, and we're looking forward to hanging out with him. And he agreed to watch Power Slap with the MMA holes. What?
Wonderful, wonderful.
During the stream on Saturday night, when we were reacting to the fights, we had Sadiq Yusuf pop back 2 times to the MMA holes. What?
Wonderful, wonderful.
You may want to be subscribed to the channel. All right, let's go through the card over here. So I spoke a little bit about the main event. I'm going to talk about the co-main event, but I'm going to start from the bottom, and then we're going to move our way up very quickly and swiftly. By the way, my picks were better this week, but not what I wanted. I only got 1 bet right out of 4, which drives me a little bit nuts. So I'm going to be doing better on that. I'm going to be tweaking it. The mystical sense is a little rusty, apparently. So I'll fix that. But 9 out of 15 fights correct. Not bad. I don't know. If I'm over 500, I'm happy, but I want to hit my bets. So we'll be working on that a little bit better in the future streams. And if not, then I'm just going to lose you guys a lot of money.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay, let's look at the card. Let's check it out. You think Jamahal can beat Ankalaev? Yeah, that's a great question. Anytime someone becomes a champion, you start saying, okay, let's find the best people in that division. Say, okay, could they beat this person, that person? And Ankalaev, I got to be honest with you, Ankalaev, he could be the best guy at light heavyweight. A lot of people are against Ankalaev because he's boring. He fights to win. Yes, if the opportunity presents himself, he will knock your head off, like if Anthony Smith gets hurt or whatever. But in any other situation, he adapts, he adjusts, he does everything right to win fights. And in the Blachowicz fight, he got screwed. He really did. He should be the champion. So Ankalaev versus Jamahal Hill, I have to ride the Ankalaev train. I really do. I want to pick Jamahal Hill. I really like Jamahal Hill, but Ankalaev is just, he's so good everywhere. There's not much weakness in that guy's game, and his fight IQ is very good. Jamal's just tough as nails, man. His takedown defense is great. He's got power. There's really not much he does bad. But I still have to go with the beard. I would still have to go. And let me ask the chat, what do you guys think? I would lean slightly towards Ankalaev. Now, I think even a more interesting question, and I see in the chat, Yuri versus Hill, that one right there, that is incredibly fascinating. It really is. But you know what I want to see? And I know people are like, with these fucking super fights. Alex Pereira. There was that picture online where Alex was mean mugging him. He was in Glover's corner. It's a great story. Alex can go up and be double champ. Some people said he wasn't even going to be middleweight champ. Could you imagine? Bang, out of nowhere, he's a double champ. I mean, that would be nuts. I would love to see it. There's not many double champ situations that really get me excited. Volkanovski versus Makhachev, it's cool. I'm in, but I'm not going crazy over it. If you were to tell me Jamahal Hill was going to fight Alex Pereira, the person that trains with Glover Teixeira, boys trying to avenge his friend's death, yes, give me that fight. Feed me that fight. It's great. And then let the other boys work things out. Or give Yuri a chance to come back into the game. That's what I would say. So that's what I would like to see over there. But let me know what you think is next for Jamahal Hill. And we're going to play some alerts over here.
Super chat.
We got Real Gamer, baby, with the 999.
Appreciate it, Mos. You are the best.
Thank you, Real Gamer. Appreciate the 999. Yes. Yeah, man. I know you're a moderator in Felony's chat or Discord or whatever. Yeah, I mean, if you can get a hold of him, I've texted him back and forth. We play phone tag with each other, but if he needs help, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday are the days I can help him. I was willing to help him yesterday. I didn't hear anything back, so Tuesday, Thursdays, or Sundays I can help him. And I would love to get Felony back on the show. Felony Charles Bennett is absolutely wonderful. I would love to do a fight companion, fight buddies with him.
Super chat.
Bove dropping the $5.
How's it?
How's it?
Wonderful.
I mean, you know the answer. It's wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Beauvais MMA Roundhouse. How about Beauvais hit the ground running coming into this community. So thank you very much for the donation. Appreciate that as well. All right, let's look at this stuff over here. Lord Sarkhan, you can't say that. Can't say that name. It's banned. It's banished. It's like saying Bloody Mary 3 times. You just can't do it. You can't. It's felony Charles Bennett. By the way, the Rangers won tonight as well. Let's see. Let's scroll through over here. Look at some of the fights. I'm going to just go through some of the things that like really stand out to me, and then I'm going to spend majority of the stream on the interesting stuff, like the Terrance McKinney fight. All right, here we go. Let's scroll through. So you got the finish over here. Marco's very nice job. Second round, fancy hair. Good for you. This Nunes chick is 5'2", and she is so much freaking fun to watch. So much fun. She fought this monster of a human being in Zarah Fairn. It looked like a circus act between these two, but somehow Nunes was able to be tough enough to weather the storm of the first round and blitz her way to a decision win. I loved it. I enjoyed the fight very much, and I think Nunes is one of my favorite female fighters out there. She's just tough, but she knows how to win these fights. She knows how to beat these bigger bitches up, and that's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Warlley Alves versus Nicolas Dalby. This is the one fight I got right with the bets. So thank you, Dalby. It was a split decision win. It was a pretty good scrap between the boys. Am I going to go back and watch it? No. But thank you very much for getting me my $100 bet. Here we go. Okay. All right. So Terrance McKinney was going back and forth with, not back and forth. He was responding to Barstool Sports. You know, Barstool Sports, they deal with Paddy Pimblett, like they sponsor him. They work together, the whole thing. Windows update. Don't you know I'm... Anyway, so Barstool Sports was kind of talking a little smack. You know, I find it weird when media outlets, shows, I just find it weird when they pick fights with UFC fighters. It's really awkward to me when people are like talking shit to UFC fighters and picking fights with them, and then there's like online wars, and I'm like, these guys could kick the living snot out of you. What do you? How does that work? It's such a weird dynamic. I see it a lot. I see YouTubers doing it too, where they're shitting on fighters to the point where it's like they're trying to start beef with fighters. Is it not the dumbest thing? Like, I don't know. I like to pick fights with media members, online personalities, YouTubers. Yes, I stay in my lane because what the fuck? What am I going to do fighting with, like, why am I going to start a beef with a UFC fighter? It's just ridiculous. And Barstool Sports going back and forth with McKinney, it's like, I don't know. I'll scratch my head about that. Especially after McKinney got killed. Like, Bonfim in this second round, by the way, the first round, McKinney just was not there. He was not in this game. You can see in the middle of this thumbnail. He gets caught with his knee, goes face first into the mat, and it was a rough go for Terrance. Now, luckily, McKinney's fine, and T-Rec was having some drinks. I'll put him up over here with here he is. With Bonfim, so that was cool to see. Look at them. Now, this is weird too. I love the sportsmanship. I love that these guys are, they're cool with each other. But I got to be honest with you. If I was Terrance McKinney, I would want to stay as far away as possible from this guy. This guy literally drove a knee through my head, embarrassed me. I don't know if I could have drinks with this guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm petty. I don't know. But look at this. They're just like, woohoo! Here we go, boys. All right. I mean, it's cool. I don't know. Would you guys be able to do this? Like, I mean, I guess I've gotten into fights with people and then been cool with them afterwards. That's happened. But it's such a weird... I never had a knee drive through my head and face plant into the floor and then say, hey, let's share some drinks. Like, never had that happen. But let me know what you think about this in the chat. There's T-Rec and Bonfim. And by the way, Bonfim, man, what a story this kid is. This kid coming out of the freaking... the Contender Series... Right? Apparently, no one wanted to fight him. That's what Sadiq Yusuf was saying. No one wanted to fight this kid, and Terrance is like, "All right, screw it. I'll pair me up against him." And he sure enough looks like he's the real deal. The guy looks so calm out there. Look at this resume. Look at all his green. I mean, wins. He had the unanimous decision from the Contender Series. A lot of questions about the kid. Terrance like, I'll take the fight. Screw it. No one wants to fight him. I'll fight him. I'll fight him in Brazil. So it's badass. But what happens there? He gets smoked. And it's a pretty big step back for Terrance, man. That's a rough loss for Terrance McKinney. I'm not saying his career's over, but it's tough. Hopefully he could learn from this fight and he could bounce back because he's a really fun kid to watch. But boy, oh boy, he seems so out of his element. With that first round going and the second round, I don't know if it was nerves or just his head wasn't right or maybe Bonfim is just the real deal. Who knows? But let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. Let's see. RoboCop and Terrance took them both. I was 50-50 about Terrance, but I like the kid, so I always take him. Yeah, listen, that's the problem with us. We're becoming friendly with these fighters, and RoboCop, I mean, I'm team RoboCop every time, But yeah, damn, man. Like we'll kind of dive into it and show why, there was a real reason to pick the other kid. We did it before the fight too. I was a little nervous, but now I know why I was nervous. Francis will knock all these fools out. Nunes should have got a bonus. I mean, it's just so early on the card, I guess. But why are you giving her a bonus? You got a decision. Where did these Bonfim bros come from, man? Look at because I don't know, man. I don't know that. Anytime you see that name, it's like stay the fuck away from those guys. Don't accept a fight. I don't know who that guy is. Let's see. Yeah, if he would have won, this would have been ranked to maybe 15 spot. I mean, with Terrance, or are you talking about RoboCop? Because Terrance, no, this kid's coming in from off the Contender Series. So not Terrance, but are you talking about Rodriguez? That even is not 15 either. Do you think Fury fights Francis? They're talking about it, but the rumblings is he wants Usyk, and then after Francis, and then there's a fight that people are saying are close to being made with Francis and some other guy. Let's see, Francis. I know the Fury is down, and I love the fact that Tyson Fury is saying in a cage, 4-ounce gloves. I absolutely love that. That's so badass by Tyson Fury. So I would love to see that. See, that has my interest. A typical boxing match between Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury? No thanks. I don't need it. I know who's gonna win. Like it's completely silly. But if you put him in a cage with 4-ounce gloves, all right. I'm not gonna turn that down. That's interesting to me. Wears more than just black now? Bizarre. I've always wore more than black. So, and I got my Carnage yellow, bright yellow M&M shirt on. There we go. Francis versus Diabetes. Huh? Wilder would beat a better match. I've been saying that forever, that if it's boxing, Deontay Wilder is the fight. But cage, 4-ounce gloves, I don't hate it. But I would, in regular boxing, Wilder versus Ngannou, it's like a no-brainer. But here, let's see, 10. Yeah, so here's the so in a cage, 4-ounce gloves under Queensberry, and he also wants Mike Tyson to be the celebrity ref. So right there, you're like, okay, what's going on here? So we'll see what happens. I have a feeling it's not next. I think Francis will fight someone else first. I think Tyson Fury versus Usyk kind of has to happen. I'm trying to find the other guy that was supposed to. Francis Ngannou boxing. Who was the guy that popped up? It's all the Tyson Fury stuff. Who is the other guy? Dillian White? Is this the guy? I don't fucking know. Who knows? It's all rumors and speculations. So, but I don't think Fury's gonna be next. I don't. It's not out off the table, but I think they're both gonna fight, and then maybe after that. Fury's my favorite active boxer. I love he's willing to do this. If he pulls this off, they will sell 1 million pay-per-views. They would make a fortune off of it. I know Ngannou's not a draw, but Tyson Fury could sell the hell out of that fight. Could sell the hell out of it. I did see rumblings going around about. We'll talk about this a little later too. The power slap. Did you guys hear how much they're getting paid? People are freaking out on the internet about this. It's low. It's very low. But I have my thoughts. It's very low. Did you guys hear about it? One's in the chat if you heard about that. We'll talk a little bit later on about power slap and what these guys are getting paid. But all right, let's get back into this card here. All right, so like we said before, Ismael Bonfim smoked Terrance McKinney. What a win. And did he get a bonus? I don't know who got the bonuses. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Performance of the night. Okay, that makes all the sense. Cody Stamann got a unanimous decision win. Lacerda looked pretty good, but he lost. Shamil he died. And I don't think anyone in their right mind. I mean, I think the most shocking thing about this fight is it went into round number 2. But this was literally a layup for Almeida. And Almeida probably is one of the scariest guys on the UFC roster. I love watching this guy fight. And I can't wait until we start getting some real fights together with this dude. But right there was a layup. Here's the other Bonfim. Got the round 1 finish over there. The submissione over Lazzez. The Bonfim boys just crushing it. Thiago Moises takes out Costa. A fill-in fight with a guy that we made inappropriate burn jokes about. But, yeah, he got finished. He got submitted in the second round. Although I do like the way Costa fights. I enjoyed him very much. Like, he was very entertaining, but unfortunately did not get the win there. And let's stop for a second. Gregory Rodrigues versus Brunno Ferreira. Now, this one here, I mean, I was incredibly biased going into this thing. Very, very biased. When you start, interviewing some of these guys and learning more about them and, associating with them a little bit, it's you start becoming like, I don't know. No matter, they could do no wrong, right? And Gregory didn't have to take this fight, but, he's going through a training camp. Tavares pulls out. He's training for one guy. He goes for the other. And if you look at the resume of, let's pull him up here, Brunno Ferreira, he was only 9-0, right? So there's really not much to know about the guy. He's smaller. He's a little more compact, right? But you look at his resume here, the guys that he was fighting, they're not terrible. Like, they're not horrific. Like, he's fighting this guy over here. He was 10. Well, he fell to 10-2, but he was 10-1 when they fought. Let's see. Who else he fought here? This dude over here, 10-3-0. This dude over here, 33-18-1. What? Got a knockout in the first round. He's 6-0. He fought a guy 33-18-1. So when I was making my picks, I was very nervous about this kid. I didn't know much, but what I did know, this guy's only 3-1. That's a little earlier on, but still, he fought guys. All guys were winning records, and he was smoking them. So I'm like, okay, if he's going to finish him, it's going to be in the third round, blah, blah, blah. Brunno gets in there and just demolishes Gregory Rodrigues in the first round. I mean, very, very impressive. And it's just I think to me, another case of a guy probably shouldn't have taken the fight. Like Rodrigues like, screw it. I want to get paid. I want to fight in Brazil. I get it. But at the same time, it just was the worst possible thing. And yes, RoboCop died, and it was a rough one over there. So I feel for him. He just had a kid. It's a bummer to see. But I feel, listen, Rodrigues will come back. He'll be back in the game. But that's a little bit of a setback for the guy. He's still only 30, which is kind of crazy, right? Because he does not look 30 years old. But, yeah, what do you think about this fight over here? And what do you think about Brunno Ferreira, the Hulk? I mean, he might be a player. I know there's very limited, stuff to work with here, but he just smoked Gregory Rodrigues in the first round and goes 10-0. This kid might be some sort of like future star. Could be. Let's see what the chat says. Do you care? What do you think about this guy? They're giving him nobodies. Sonosi, bro, I hate robots and I also hate cops. Whoa. I want to see the Bilal versus Hamzat. A lot of future champs on this card. Wow. I made 200 from prop. KO, sorry. I had to take. Hey, it's good stuff, man. Yeah, you know how I feel about props. I stay far, far away. I think Brunno is going to be a problem. I think so too, man. I think we got to keep an eye on this kid. We got to remember this guy. Francis Gay, Chrome Gay, a scary dude. I just want carnage. I agree. If you read this, play the air guitar for 1 second without context. You got to pay to play, baby. You got to pay to play. Future star for sure. Trains hard. Can you do an Irish accent? A brogue? I could. Better than Costa. Not very good, though. That was a crazy, shocking finish. Bilal was on Rogan explaining a lot. Was the Bilal appearance any good? Bilal freaks me out because his voice doesn't match his face. It creeps me out. You guys know what I'm talking about? Bilal has that thing where his voice don't match the face. And I'm just like, I don't know if I can listen to this. I was listening to a little bit. Like, what were they talking? I don't know. It was a clip. I don't know what the fuck they were. They were talking about Ben Askren, and they were talking about like Jake Paul. Was the interview any good? Bilal's annoying. Remember the planes? He looked tweaked out over. That's because his eyes. He's got like really, really odd eyes. Like he reminds me of. And don't fucking say this is racist or anything. Like don't be those people. But he reminds me of On a Stick, that comedian. Bilal looks like the terrorist puppet, which I don't know how the fuck they got away with that. But On a Stick. Don't cancel me, please. He looks like this guy. Like every time I see Bilal Muhammad, I think, Jeff Dunham's puppet, man. Every fucking time I see Bilal, you put a beard on it, that's Bilal Muhammad. You know, that's what, every time. I forgot this puppet's name. Does this guy still do this stuff? I don't know how the hell he got away with that shit. You know, you're never gonna look at Bilal the same. Every time you see Bilal, you're gonna be thinking, "Oh, okay." You know, there's a similarity right there. You know it's there. Don't deny it. Embrace it. What is that puppet? Was it Ahmed? Is that the name? He does. He looks just like Ahmed. I'm sure I'm not the only person that said that about him. But yeah, I don't know what's up with the eyes. I have no idea. But they're popping out of his head. And I tell you what, though, we could say whatever the hell we want about Bilal. Bilal's probably going to be a champion in the near future, the way he's going. I mean, boring or not, the guy is fucking winning. Okay, Potieria versus Shogun. I saw Ariel once again crying. Detach retina from Leon Edwards. Oh, did he really? So wait, hold on a second. So from the Leon fight, is that true? Wait, from that eye poke? That's why his eye is like that? Is that true? Yeah, because I don't remember his eye being like that beforehand. Oh, that's fucked. He's kind of got he almost got the Michael Bisping treatment. Not true? There's not much. The only Rogan podcast that I watched all the way through, this is actually the truth, was Will Harris. When our buddy Will Harris went on, I watched it all the way through. I don't give a fuck. No, you know what's happening, YS? Every fucking time I go on Twitter, there's this guy. Let me see if I can find his name. I probably should unfollow this guy. But every time I go on Twitter, what's this guy's name here? He's constantly sharing Ariel stuff. Like, it's always in my thread. Let's see if I can find it. What is this dude's name? Let's see. Where is he? He's always posting. Now I can't find him. Anyone know the guy? Oh, Jedi Goodman. That fucking. How'd you know that? That's the guy. So does that guy work for MMA fighting? That's the guy. Does he work, or is he just like a super simp? What is his deal? I don't know what his deal is. Is he like an Ariel super simp, or does he work for MMA fighting? So there was one clip on here. Yeah, look at all these Ariel posts. I think he's just a super simp. I don't know. Is he working for Vox? Let me see. Former executive producer, the 7 of clubs previously post. Let's see, combat sports, number rating. I don't know. It doesn't say anything where he works. You could only hold a grenade so close to your eye before. Bro, come on, man. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's deal is. I don't know. He's some sort of media member, I guess. But he's constantly posting like all the Ariel stuff. But the reason why I have him here is if there's breaking news, like I want to have everyone that has any sort of connection to breaking news so I can talk about it on the show. So that's one thing that he does pretty well. Anyway, he clipped something. I don't know which one it was. But he clipped something, and what's great about him too is I don't have to watch. I don't have to sit through the whole damn show. Like I could just watch his little clips here and there and see if there's anything good. But there was a clip about Shogun, and it was like he was complaining about the matchup, saying the UFC was feeding Shogun up and comers. And I would like to... Aaron Bronstetter. That's how I saw this story. Hold on a second. Let's see. Where's Aaron? And Aaron Bronstetter makes a great point. I think Aaron and Ariel like have this weird like Canadian rivalry. Yeah, it was Aaron, but hold on a second. Let's see. Tweets and replies. Like, I do see them yapping at each other a lot. Here we go. You know what? We'll just fucking play it here. We'll just play it over here.
But, I mean, how many people knew who this guy was, Ihor Potieria, going into this fight? And it just feels like, why do we always have to kill off the guy? Look, someone has to win, someone has to lose. But why does it always feel like, let's put the legend in there against the lesser-known, young, up-and-comer? And more often than not, nothing happens to that young up-and-comer. They're unable to capitalize off the win. It just becomes a very depressing, sad scene.
Who should they have matched Shogun with? No matter what fighter they matched him up with, he would have cried. They literally matched Shogun up with a guy, the duelist from the Ukraine, okay? He came in off the Contender Series and did get a first-round finish there. And then he made his UFC debut and got smoked in the second round by Nigga Moreno. So he didn't really even have a UFC win. His first fight in the UFC, he got smoked. So they give this young man to Shogun. Who would you put? Like, he literally lost his first fight and got knocked out. Who would you put against Shogun? Like who does Ariel want? I don't understand. I feel like no matter who they would have matched up, Glover. Chuck Liddell. Yeah, all right, Chuck Liddell. There you go. Shogun versus Ariel. Like, it's just like, you know what he's doing, right? Anyway, but Aaron Bronstetter, it's like, dude, fucking get over it, man. So he says, I've been thinking about this and was also critical of the matchmaking, but here's the reality. Is there anyone in the UFC light heavyweight division that the version of Shogun we saw on Saturday would have had a good chance of defeating? It's a very good point. Like, who the fuck are you going to put in there with him? Bob, the fucking punching bag thing? Anyway. So yeah, so Shogun lost. It was a bummer, man. I didn't want to see Shogun lose. I didn't. They should have put him against fucking Bob, the punching bag, so Ariel wouldn't have complained. It's crazy. It's crazy, and it is a shame. I see it. Yeah, I like Ariel. He's good at his job. He gets all the big interviews. He breaks the stories, the news, but it's just like it's turning into this repetitive, I hate the UFC, witch hunt against Dana White thing. It's just like, bro, man. Like, don't watch it. Don't interview his fighters anymore. Don't talk about the UFC if you're going to fucking cry about it every 5 seconds. You know? But anyway, Shogun takes the L, and he looked terrible. So he retires in Brazil, and that's that. I mean, I don't know. Is there anything really to say about Shogun? You know, he had a good career. You know, the guy fought everywhere, and it wasn't his night, I guess. I don't know. Let's move on to something a little more interesting here. Johnny Walker is back. He's back. He is back, baby. And the weirdest part about it, as you know who else is back? John Kavanaugh, SBG, is back. The weirdest thing in the world. SBG, Ireland, Johnny Walker, this weird relationship. It's doing something. Think about it. Let's do some MMA math. Paul Craig beat Jamahal Hill, right? I know he broke his arm, the whole thing, but Paul Craig beat him. Johnny Walker beat Paul Craig. Johnny Walker could be right back in the mix. A finish in the first round. We got flashes of what we saw when he first came in, when he was doing that worm and hurt himself the first time. Johnny Walker goes in there, shows the power, and shows the dominance that we all wanted to see him charge his way up to John Jones with. But he's fallen flat. But now on a 2-fight win streak, 2 finishes, a rear naked choke, and the hammer fist on Paul Craig. Let's go, baby. You lost to Jamahal Hill? Let's run it back. Let's run it back, baby. Why not? But no, seriously, though, do you think that Johnny Walker has fixed the mistakes? Do you think that Johnny Walker can actually put together a win streak, march up to a belt, and have a shot at that thing? People were yelling and screaming, saying before he did. We got some CBD. Ride Drive.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you wanted to get these for before or after the fight training. Make your life a better place.
Thank you, Ride Drive.
I'm waiting for the first big slap fight card. Ortiz versus Little 4. Laban versus Mike Berry. Main event Henderson versus Bisping 3.
I would watch that. I would watch that. Yeah. Take my money, Ride Drive. But they're getting 2,000 to show. Thank you, Ride Drive. How about the donators tonight? Thank you so much for the donations. Appreciate it. By the way, hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Thank you for the 80 over there. We have 170 people watching. Smash it up. Smash up the like button. All right, so Johnny Walker, what do we think? Do we think that this guy could put a run together? Are you excited about Johnny Walker now on a 2-fight win streak? Did he fix the mistakes? SBG back in the mix? What's going on? Dun, 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 dun. Chris Lieben is a gangster. Johnny beat Yuri. Knit Hill. Kind of know how are you doing, friend? He always been SBG. Well, I'm saying he's putting him back on the map, right? SBG was taking a lot of criticism for a while, you know. So Johnny Walker doing his thing. I'm looking through his resume here. Right? I mean, you know, the guy's had a really tight run right here from 2017 on. Like, you look at this. I mean, he was on a nice little run up into the Circuit fight and then runs into, you know, Corey Anderson, Nikita Krylov, beats Ryan Spann, which actually aged pretty well. Like, Ryan Spann looks like he's all right. Canceled bout against Jimmy Crute, then lost to Thiago Santos. This fight was just basically, you know, dancing with the stars situation over here. Wasn't anything special. Lost to the current champion, and then beat Kudilava and Paul Craig. I think Johnny is still Johnny. He just beat 2 guys who doesn't have good IQ. There we go. Let's get Walker versus Polish Power. I'm a fan of Walker, but the chin can't take a punch. Corey Anderson is a savage. Yeah, he's doing some good things over there in Smelator. 205 is the GOAT weight class. Dudes that are as big, hit as hard as heavyweights, but more athletic. I kind of agree with that. I do like the way light heavyweight is playing out right now. It is very interesting. And with Pereira, that big middleweight over there, put him up.
Moss, you're right about Belal. I'll go one further. I think if he lived in a Muslim country, they would throw him off the roof of a building. Know what I'm saying? I posted the pic of Belal the Infidel. 2 o'clock. Dynamite.
Okay, let's see. What was he saying about Belal? Okay.
Let's go, champ.
Ride Drive, thank you for being a member for 33 months. Let's go, champ.
Wonderful.
Okay, all right. Okay. Bilal, it's just jokes. Just so happened to look like the puppet. It's not a big deal. We can move on from this. We can move forward. You know, we can move forward from this situation over here. I didn't make this meme. It was Kainoto. It's all his fault. I'm just showing this here because he spent time on it. You know, so
CBD. CBD.
Oh my God. CBD. Come on, Hearns.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that.
Let's go, Hearns.
Get these for before or after the fight training and make your life a better place.
KKK Noto.
I was trying to go to UFC 285, but decent seats are $2,000. Might as well go to an Apex event.
Hearns, thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. I heard that Bro Plata, I think they were getting tickets for that event. Was that the event they were going to? If they got tickets, they're not $2,000. So I'm curious. If Bro Plata is still in the chat, let me know. Thank you so much for the 420. Appreciate the donation. That's absolutely wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank you, my man. I don't know if they're still in the chat, but if they are, I'm curious if they got tickets, how much did they pay?
Let's go, champ.
The Sanosi has been a member for 33 months in a row. Yeah. Thank you, Sanosi.
Oh, super
Mike
chat.
Ock dropping the 199.
Where's my new wife, Kendall?
Oh, by the way, thank you, Mike Ock, for the 199 donation. On last night's stream, we did it was Not the MMA Holes is our second channel. There's a link down below in the description. And we had a really weird show last night on there, but we did like some sort of dating thing. And two people, we might have found love in our community. Kendall and Sanosi going on a date on our second channel. So go subscribe to that channel. We're going to do it Sunday, but I don't think there's fights this Saturday. There might be LFA going on. I don't know. But if you guys want to do it Saturday, we might actually do it Saturday night. So make sure you subscribe to Not the MMA Holes as well if you just want off the wall, well, really ridiculous shit going on. Anyway, thank you, Bilal Muhammad, for stopping by the show. Appreciate that. All right, now we're going to move on from this. So Johnny Walker with a very impressive win over Paul Craig. I root for the guy. He's fun, other than the Thiago Santos fight. How about Lauren Murphy? Man, did she look good, right? Lauren Murphy was fighting. She snapped at the fans a little bit because she thought that, towels should not have been thrown into the cage as the fight was going on, and she got battered violently from Jessica Andrade. It was, well, let's just pull up the stats, but it was really an ugly fight to watch between the two. Lauren Murphy had no business being in there with Jessica Andrade. Easy fight to pick. And let's pull it up here. Here we go. So 237 total strikes to 103. 231 significant strikes to 100. How you doing, Making Magic? Haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing, bud? Okay. So Lauren Murphy says she's going to be taking some time off. She's, 38 years of age? Something like that. And she probably should take some time off. And perhaps, maybe she could still, I feel like Lauren Murphy, you put her in Bellator, she'll do just fine. You might even be able to slip her into a little PFL action over there. I don't know. But in the UFC, it's like, where is Lauren really going to go? What is she really going to be doing here? She's tough. That's one thing about her. Super, super tough. But just getting demolished like this in a fight is tough to watch. So I don't really have much to say. Jessica Andrade, another victory for her. I enjoy watching Jessica fight. But Lauren Murphy, should they have thrown in the towel? She's tough, but yeah, man, it's hard to watch, right? I mean, I never want to yell for someone to retire, It's their life. They want to make a buck. They want to do what they love to do. It's who am I, the armchair quarterback, to scream and yell, hey, retire, get out of there. What are you going to do? But still, it's getting to the point where it's like, man, you don't want to see people get beat up like that. especially in the female with the females. Like, I don't want to see a lady getting beat up like that. Like, I feel bad for him. She might want to think about settling down with Mike Ock. A bit tough for her own good. Useless Bilal versus Khamzat, which Bilal asked for. I wouldn't mind seeing that. It just, of course, we would rather Khamzat Colby, right? If Khamzat does stay in welterweight. I couldn't believe that she was number 6 to Lauren's 4. She debuted.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That number 4, bro. This guy is the thing you... wait. This guy is the thing you, Bilal, don't give a fook. He wants to fight Khamzat. That is one thing. Let me say this. We joke around about Bilal being boring, whether it's on the mic or in the cage. Maybe he's corny on Twitter. But there's no way you can deny the fact that Bilal Muhammad is the real deal. Like, I know the Leon fight, he didn't really start off very well, and then you had that eye gouge. But if you look at Bilal, hold on, let's pull him up over here, who was just on Rogan that I did not listen to. Remember the name. I mean, you got a record of 22-3-0.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Here we go. Sanosi.
Bader versus Fedor 2 and the next UFC fight night not till the 2nd of April 2023. PFL this Fukoff Friday and Reg Bellator Saturday. Otherwise I'm game if you want Saturday and give me calls tonight Plaza.
Yeah, we might do calls tonight. We'll see how it goes. We might do some calls. If you guys want to do some phone calls, we'll see how that happens. But yeah, I was a little upset. I was hoping that Bader versus Fedor 2 was going to be this Saturday. Like, I don't know how Bellator couldn't... I wish they could have put that together, because then we would have spent all our attention on that. There's no UFC. It would have been a nice spotlight for Bellator. But unfortunately, they're going against the Derek Lewis card. And I understand it's Fedor. I got to be honest with you. I'm probably just going to pay attention mostly to the UFC card. So, and it happened already. So, I don't know. Should we do both? Who knows? PFL this Fukoff Friday. And so is PFL back? Or I thought it was the PFL contender thing. Hold on a second. And thank you for the donation, Sanosi. Appreciate that. All right. First off, let me finish the thought with Bilal here. So, look at the win streak over here. He hasn't lost since the Jeff Neal fight in 2019, which is not bad. Jeff is still a fucking stud, right? And then before that, he's got a bunch of wins over here, too. I mean, this guy has been winning in the UFC. Man, he's been in the UFC. Damn. He's been in the UFC since 2016. And he's got 1, 2, 3 losses in the UFC. Let's count the wins here. Okay, so he made his UFC debut against Alan Joban, which is that's a ridiculous debut right there. So he's got 1, 2, 3, Randy Brown, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 wins in the UFC and 3 losses. What? And he's on a what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-fight win streak. Yes, all right, he's boring. He's this, he's that. Dude, this guy's on a tear, man. He's on a tear. He's a real player, man. He's a contender. He is. He probably's going to find his way back against Leon, and who knows? I mean, unless the Leon Kamaru fight and Kamaru gets that belt back, but Bilal he's there. Yeah, he's training with the Dagestani guys. Not with Khabib anymore, right? Because he's not part of that whole crew anymore. But still, he's hanging and training with some of the most lethal guys out there. Smart kid. And how old is this kid? This kid is, well, he's 34. Okay, but still, I mean, it's not ancient there, but still, he's 34. So, but the way he's fighting, he fights very smart. He smothered Wonder Boy. Yeah, Bilal's a player. Does anyone in the chat think that Bilal Muhammad, and I'm going to cringe saying this, will be a UFC champion? Does anyone think Bilal Muhammad's going to be a UFC champion? Yes or no? He said he could make 155. Ooh, that's terrifying. Wow. I tell you what, if Belal could make, how tall is he? Oh, he's 5'11". Yes, I mean, I guess he's got to lose some muscle though. He packs on a lot of muscle. Yes, he won't sell one pay-per-view. It's so, listen, I'm with you, man. I am not like, I don't jump through like windows all excited about Belal Muhammad fighting. I don't. I really don't. Like, you know. But I respect what he can do. Colby Burns and Usman beat him. Damn, I tell you, Burns versus Belal. That's a good fight. Man, all those are really good fights. I'm probably with you on that though. I think you might be right about. See, Burns, yeah. That's a great Burns versus Belal that's good, man. That's a good fucking fight. But you're probably right. Yeah, Burns Belal seems so like I think about those 3 fights. If you were to say, "Hey, Burns Belal is next," I would actually be excited about that fight. He wants Hamzat. Is Hamzat going to fight at welterweight? And Hamzat kind of he's calling the shots right now. And Colby kind of bit a little bit too, so we might see Colby versus Hamzat. Hamzat versus Belal. Man, I would like Colby Hamzat and Belal Burns. Yes. Like, that's what I need. I think that would be fantastic. Let me look at the rankings really quick. I mean, like I said, we don't even know if Hamzat could make 170 anymore. I think he can. I think he'll be able to pull it together and make it. So Colby's 2, Hamzat is sitting at 3, which is kind of crazy from that weight miss. Yeah, so Belal moving back to Burns is, so I get it. So Hamzat's you kind of have to, right? Colby's not going to fight Belal, so I understand why Bilal's like, hey, let's go Hamzat. Kamaru's going to fight Leon. And Stephen Thompson just wants to fight a striker. I'm telling you, I think Hamzat, Colby, Burns, Belal. I know Belal going backwards but he just really doesn't have much room to go. There's really not many options. There's really no options. If Hamzat fights Colby, there's no options for Belal. He can't just sit around. So Burns versus Belal would make sense. My God, put it on the same card. They disrespect Burns after Hamzat, which is BS. Well, I mean, Burns is like he's definitely proved himself against Hamzat. And his last fight, I mean, he made that look easy against. I know it's Neil Magny, but still, you know, to put him out like that so easy is just goes to show you how good Gilbert is. And when we had Sadiq Yusuf on the show during the fight reaction, Sadiq is like, man, he's like, you know, people know he's a good grappler, but he's like, I don't think people know how, like, this guy's grappling is just insane as jiu-jitsu. You know, so on top of the bombs in his hands, he almost finished, he almost had that chance with Kamaru. You know, they run it back. It might be a whole different fight. Welterweight's getting interesting. But yeah, I mean, I think Colby Hamzat, Belal Burns, take my money, baby. Colby has legit brain injury per Joe Rogan and his friend. A brain injury? What, like from the Masvidal jumping? I mean, Colby looks fine here. Here. I don't know if you saw his last Bang Energy or My Bookie. We're sponsored by the same people. Not Bang, but My Bookie. By the way, segue. Speaking of My Bookie, before we get into Colby Covington, MMA HOLES for 100% match in your first deposit over there. MyBookie.ag. Yes. Yes. Don't forget about that sheath underwear, too. When you're gambling, use that sheath underwear. Wear it under your clothes and be comfy. Right now, what color do I have on right now? Let's get myself a front wedgie, but it's like a yellow strap, red undies. Love my sheath underwear. By the way, on Wednesday, we'll be talking more about sheath underwear. because you guys don't know what you're missing if you don't have Sheath underwear. It's promo code MMA HOLES for 20% off Sheath underwear. We got links in the description for this. We got links in the description for Head Rush as well. 20% off. Promo code MMA HOLES for Head Rush. And thank you to our sponsors. Now, after our shameless plugs, let's move into Colby Covington. Hi, Colby. What are we talking about today? Oh, can I play that? I don't think I can. Okay. Well, here's Colby and the ladies. Oh, it's all music? Damn, I can't fucking play that shit. But here's Colby. I mean, he might have brain damage. Look at this. Look at these fucking girls. Rogan has no reason to lie, and he said his buddy who knows Colby said Colby's really is messed up. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, it could be brain damage from how he's acting right now, but I would say no. I would say that's fake news. So he picked Bengals, he picked Teixeira, and he picked San Francisco. All right, there we go. There's Colby. My booby. MyBookie.ag. Fellow MyBookie. Yeah, I don't think he does have brain damage. I don't. But who knows? I guess Joe Rogan would know more than me, right? Okay. Let's move along. All right, so he spoke about Andrade beating the crap out of Murphy. We move into... All right, we spoke about Gilbert Burns as well, but yeah, he just smoked Neil Magny. I picked round 2, but he said, no, I'm going to do this in 1. Poor Neil Magny, man. I feel so bad for this guy. I really do. You know, it seems like a good dude, but Burns just, he worked him. All right, let's talk about the co-main event. So Figueiredo gets popped with a shot that kind of looked like an eye poke, and people were kind of freaking out in the chat, like, oh my God, it's an eye poke. And I was like, is that an eye poke? And it was like a little bit of a debate back and forth. And it was a punch. It was clean. It landed under the eye, or on the eye and under. And you could see the damage that it created on there. I mean, nothing but respect for Moreno. Nothing but respect. My man went in there and he finished Deiveson for the second time. Went in there, worked him, and took the win and has the belt back. Now Deiveson, he takes off his gloves. He doesn't quite retire, but he says he's going up to bantamweight. And yeah, I'm interested, but I got to be honest with you. I think he peaked. I really do, because I feel like at bantamweight, these guys are a little bigger and stronger. I know it's, you know, he doesn't have to go through that hard cut anymore. He's not the biggest guy in the world. So I would like to see him do well moving up, especially now that I know he's Kratos. But Brandon Moreno, Mr. Lego, Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Smiles, just did incredible work on Figueiredo. I want to look at the scores on this event. So let me pull this up real quick. We got to go to UFC News, which is a pretty... What the hell is that? On his steak. All right, let's go back to Twitter. What's Bilal doing over there? Okay, UFC. Fucking, that should just be something that randomly pops up throughout all our streams. UFC News. Actually, someone put that on. Drop that on Reddit. See what they say. They'll either cry racism or laugh their asses off. Can't really tell with those guys. All right, let's see the cards. Let's see. Glover Teixeira. All right, that was probably the Teixeira card, right? But yeah, Teixeira versus Hill. Here we go. All right, Figueiredo Moreno. So look at this. We didn't really look at these cards. But a 27-29, 28-29, 28-29. So the second round, all three judges gave to Figueiredo. The first round, all three judges gave it to Moreno. And then the third round, all three judges gave it to Moreno with the 8-10. 10-8, I should say. Interesting. Wow, if he didn't get popped in that eye, this could have been a very, very interesting decision. Let me look at the overall stats and everything. Wow. We might have to see number 5. We might. Let's go 5. One's in the chats if you're ready for 5. All right, let's see. Both guys got belts here, but not anymore. So 85 strikes to 24. Actually, I'd rather go by round. Hold on, let me go by round. Get rid of this. So 2 weeks, we got Lewis versus Spivak. My buddy is fighting on that card. He'll be with us Wednesday for Power Slap. Very much looking forward to catching up with him. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we will be having a UFC fighter joining us for Power Slap, the episode number 2, the show that everyone is screaming and yelling and complaining about. Power Slap. Everyone's complaining about it. It's so violent. It's wrong. It's inhumane. It's all that stuff. Shut up! I'm watching it. All right, let's see. Here we go. Prelims start at 10 p.m. Wait, what? For what? For this? What? Wait, what's going on? Where is this? Oh, is this the one in... Oh, shit, I just realized. Wait, no, it's at the Apex. Oh, is it because we got the Korean talent on here? Oh, okay. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh, yeah. Okay. Very interesting over here. Yeah, so it is a little later. Oh, we'll get more Jesse. 8 p.m. Wow. So 10 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, it is a little bit of a later card. Yeah, good looking out. All right, let's move back to the past. Wow, huh? Okay. That should be interesting. Let's go by round here. I need a round. All right, so total strikes 5 to 18 in favor of Moreno. 2 takedowns for him as well. You got that 1 submission attempt for Figueiredo. You're looking at significant strikes 5 to 17. So, I mean, on the paper, very obvious. Moreno got 1. Now, round 2, all 3 judges said Figueiredo got the second, which is interesting. You're looking at 14 to 19 in total strikes, so more for Moreno. Both guys got takedowns. Figueiredo had that 1 submission attempt. And then you have 10 significant strikes to 17 for Moreno, which is a little surprising to me that all 3 judges had a second round. I don't recall. I actually know we did have it 1-1. I actually did have it 1-1 live. But it's interesting when you actually look at the stats over here and see both rounds in favor of Moreno. And in the third round, well, we know what happened there, so it's not really... is that, I mean, 5 to 48, we know what happened. But that's interesting over there. So Figueiredo moving up to bantamweight. Chat, do you think that's a good move? Do you think he could make some noise over there? Or the God of War is done? Let me know in the chat. Did you see how much Colby is suing Jorge? No, how much is it? I love how people are calling this a dead channel. Dude, they're here, right? They're here. Like, here's the thing. If they weren't threatened, they wouldn't be here. If they weren't fans, they wouldn't be here. So that is the important part right there. We don't even have to worry about that stuff. We win. We always win here on the MMA Holes, right, Ariel? Good. All right. Thank you, Dustin. More than you. What's the number? Give me the number. I just find it hilarious. Yeah, it's just, listen. Oh, they're kids too. They're a lot of little kids. So I've been clicking on their freaking YouTube. And I'm like, what is going on? Where are all these kids coming from? They're like diffs. That's why they're here. Champ. Thank you, Lou Dog. Champ. We're all champions up here. Foggy can't beat Corey Sandhagen, or Figgy can't beat Corey Sandhagen. I agree. I would pick Corey over Figgy as well. Yeah, think about it. Figueiredo, I mean, that's a big move to go up to bantamweight. It's interesting to see what's going to happen without that weight cut that he has a problem with. Dominic Greco Cruz for Deiveson Figueiredo. Ooh, Dominic Cruz. Figgy. I would pick Dominic. I would pick Cruz. Figgy's going to have a tough time at 135, maybe 1, 2, and 3 fights at 135. Yeah, Brett. Like I said, I set these traps. I do it like every couple of months. I'm like, all right, let's have a little fun. I'll set like a little bit of a trap, put a little cheese on the trap, and I just gotta keep on putting cheese on there. They just love it. They love it. So get ready. I'm gonna, let this one fizzle down, and then in a couple months I'll lift the rock. I thought you cannot join the chat unless you're subscribed. Exactly. You got to be subscribed to the channel to join the chat. So all fans of the program. Dominic does fight anymore? Dominic does fight anymore? I think Dominic's technically still active. Figgy get fucked up by Jan. I agree. Cheeto smokes Figgy. I agree. And I hate saying that because I like Figueiredo a lot. I hope Figueiredo shocks me. I really do. I hope he goes up there and he's a little more healthy with this, a little easier weight cut. A little more muscle on there. He does have power. It's not like he doesn't have power. He does have grappling. So who knows? Maybe he'll shock the hell out of me. How old's Figueiredo? Figueiredo is he's 35. When you're at these smaller weight classes and you're getting a little higher up in the age, I don't think like heavyweights could get away with being 40. Flyweights and bantamweights not so much. Because of that speed factor. So I don't think it's going to really work out for Figgy. That's just my opinion. I hope I'm incredibly wrong with this. Okay. Let's move on to the main event. We spoke about this a lot, but we'll speak about it a little bit more here. And then one's in the chat if you'd like some phone calls. Would you like to do a little phone call action here? Let me know. If you'd like to call the show, we have a Discord, and you can call up. Anyone all around the world can call the show. Maybe we'll do that. I heard Dominic is done. Oh, is he really? Are you the same person that brought up the Joe Rogan thing too? I wonder how YouTube would do if you subscribe, but you can unsubscribe. I wonder how YouTube would do if you subscribe, but you can unsubscribe. I don't know what that means. Weight cut was killing him. Yeah, he does. I mean, you can tell like his last, let's see. That picture, Deiveson. I forgot how to spell his name. What is his oh man, what the fuck is his Instagram? What is Figueiredo's Instagram? Does anyone know? Let me look it up here. Deiveson. Where's your IG? Instagram. Here we go. Daiko. All right, where is it? I mean, if this is, yeah, look at him here, man. So this is after he made the weight, right? I mean, this can't be healthy, right? So yeah, maybe it's a good thing for his health alone to move up to bantamweight, right? It is a fight. You're right. They always say that the hard part is over. Now we eat, like they always have the same slogans, the same sayings, the hard part is over. Now we go to war, So yeah, we're not going to see this version of Figueiredo anymore. He is shredded here from that crazy weight cut. So who knows? Yeah, maybe with a healthier weight cut, maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll see a different person. Okay. So Glover Teixeira versus Jamahal Hill. Glover retires after the fight. Looking at the scorecards, It was basically a romp. There's really nothing to add to it. Glover's toughness prevailed. Showed through this craziness. It was actually weirdly fun to watch, yet sad, as Glover took a beating from Jamahal. But the durability of Hill and to go the distance, his gas tank, the relentlessness of him, always looking for the kill shot, the takedown defense, everything Jamahal did in this fight goes to show you that this guy deserves to be a champion. And I think the people that kind of disrespect him online saying he had an easy route, an easy path. I mean, come on, guys. Give this guy his moment. Give this guy his moment to shine. He didn't do Ariel today. So I'm curious, I'm sure he's going to be doing Ariel pretty soon, do his rounds with the media. But everyone in the media was picking against him. I picked against him. A lot of people out there were picking against Jamahal Hill, even though he was the favorite in this fight. So the bookies knew, the odds makers knew that Jamahal Hill was supposed to win this thing. But, it is what it is. Glover Teixeira takes the loss. He retires, and now we wait. And I think Alex Pereira, I said it at the beginning of the show, I feel Pereira is the fight to make. No question about it. I'll pull up the picture. Alex Pereira. By the way, here's Jamahal taking a nap by his belt. I lost $40 on Glover. Did anyone bet on Jamahal? I mean, I know Jamahal was the favorite, but did anyone put any money on Jamahal Hill? There he is having a little fun. Okay. I want to find that picture. I mean, remember, Jamal's, look at this, 232 significant strikes landed. My goodness. Jamahal put a work in on Glover, man. I understand Glover's 43 years of age, but still, he's still Glover Teixeira, for God's sake, so you got to put some respect. Here's the picture of Pereira. So when Jamahal was, congratulating everybody, or not congratulating, giving respect, going there, shaking hands at the corner, Pereira gave him this look as he shook his hand, basically like, I am coming. Even when Glover was on the mic, you could see him lurking in the background. It's so funny, the looks on this guy's face, the memes that people are making, and what Pereira has done. Has he won the middleweight belt? Will he defend Glover's honor and move up? Please, UFC, make that happen. Yuri's gonna be out a little bit. Come on, throw this together for me. Give this to me, Jamahal. When can you get back in there? Fight Pereira. Let's go double champ status, or Jamahal shutting up both parties. I don't know, but this is the fight, man. Would Hill beat Jones if Jones could make 205? I tell you, man. That would be fun. That would be fun. I would love to see that, right? If John Jones was still in the mix at light heavy, what would happen with Jamahal Hill? That would be interesting. Fighters that miss weight, F up fight cards, I agree. Yes, please make it happen. At a catch weight, maybe. I mean, yeah, Bones is not, his lightweight days are over. If you see how he's walking around, that dude is enjoying food right now. So, yeah, John Bones Jones staying at heavyweight, and we'll see what happens with him and Cyril Gane. Okay, you guys ready for phone calls? I want to speak to the people. I want to know your thoughts on UFC 283. I like to have rapid fire comments from the people. If you'd like to call the show, we got a Discord. There's a link down below in our link tree in the description. There's a description under the video, a link tree. You hit the link tree, you click on the Discord, you find our little icon, hit call, and away we go. You can speak to us and give your thoughts on everything. So hop in our Discord. Actually, let's see. Maybe I could put a link in the chat here. Where's my invite? See, this is where I need Jess. This is where I need Jess over here, man. Well, people are jumping in already, but if you go down below, link tree down below, click the link tree. You could jump in Discord. We have the invite link there. Hop in, call the show. Let's go. The reason why we do Discord is so people from all over the world can contact the show. If you have not hit the like button, okay, we got it. It's filling up. If you have not hit the like button, smash it up right now. We got 169 watching. I need you guys to do me a favor and bash up the like button. 250 is our goal, so we need some work over there. You gotta tickle that thing. It's completely free. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, with my long fingers over here, subscribe to the channel over here. 71,886 subscribers. Let's go, baby. Okay. Let's take some phone calls. Thank you for the donations. Appreciate it. If you'd like to donate, we have a Streamlabs link. You can interrupt the show. You notice Nightbot is spamming all the different donations, and there's links in the description with all different denominations, different songs, or you can hit the super chat as well. Okay, let's see. We'll do patrons first. All right, here we go. Okay. Sonosi, you there?
I'm the best.
You're the best. How you doing, bud?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Okay, what's on your mind, baby?
My thoughts, I do agree with the whole Pereira versus Hill. I think that'd be a very fun fight.
I mean, take my money, right?
So here's some things I did find interesting. They're both actually the same size in reach.
Mm-hmm. It's funny, Pereira was towering over him, but yeah, he had sneakers on, and yeah, if you take those things off, probably the same height, right?
Yeah, but you know what? I thought it would be a very G, but also equally disrespectful move, because I think it'd be funny. He says, you know what? I did what I had to do. I don't need to be middleweight champion. Here is he. Take the scraps, and then he goes right up for Hill, not to stall the division.
Yeah, I mean, I think Pereira already, like, going up with limited fights and winning that belt, I couldn't care less what Pereira. I don't need him to sit there and defend. He's in his 30s. Like, I just want to see exciting fights. I don't give a shit. Like, whatever with middleweight. It is what it is. There's still fun fights to be made there. If he goes up and fights Hill, I think that'd be a blast.
I actually think he does. I think he'd actually do better at light heavy than he would in middleweight. Possibly.
Maybe.
Just because, he did
pretty good at middleweight.
Yeah. Light heavyweight does have some killers there, but the people who could really take out Pereira are the really good grapplers, and most of those grapplers are in middleweight. They're not in heavy. They're not in light heavy as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and he would probably be the best striker.
Maybe it is possible. Well, let me look at the light heavyweight. Hold on, let me refresh my memory here. See, I think guys like Jan Blachowicz though would be a massive problem for Pereira.
But you gotta remember though, Jan he's there in age, though. I mean, yeah, I understand Pereira's not that young either, but how much longer does that man have in the division?
Look, I think Ankalaev would be a massive problem.
Oh, yeah. He'd be the biggest one.
Yeah.
He's everyone's problem, though.
Who else here? Yeah, anyone that has some sort of grappling could be an issue. Could be a big issue for Pereira.
Paul Craig would be scary. If he could pull it off correctly, but he could KO, I think, before he can pull it off.
Yeah, who knows who Paul Craig? I don't know what to say about him anymore. Ever since he got the plugs, since he got the hair plugs, he hasn't been the same. He hasn't won a fight.
So what you're saying is we have to get the razor blades, make him bald, and he'd be the biggest badass ever. Having no hair,
he's got to rip him out.
Be a champion.
He's got to rip him out. He's got to rip those hair plugs out of his head because they have been holding him back. He needs to rip those things out and get back in the win column.
Yeah. So other than that, looking, the one thing I did find fascinating looking back at Glover's career. Tell me how, most people who start aging out as a fighter, their chin gets more vulnerable. Why does it seem like he became more durable as he aged?
Which one?
Like some Glover.
Oh, I think, I was going to say smart, but I mean, not really because he got battered a couple of times. I think grappling. I think when you look at it, like his jiu-jitsu is so good on top of the power that he has. I think he made a couple of adjustments, and that's why he was able to pull it together. So I think, when it comes down to it, if you're just a pure striker, I don't know if you could really, unless you're like Robbie Lawler was like a guy that kind of, switched it. Like it was weird how he reinvented himself and did some things later on in his career. But I'm trying to think. There's not really many, unless you're a grappler. I feel like that's the secret sauce.
Oh man, it did help, but you gotta realize though he got destroyed quickly by Rumble, then he got knocked out by Gus as well. And Gus is not like a huge KO guy; he's a decent one. But after those KOs, he never got knocked out again.
Mm-hmm.
The guy took more punishment later in his career than earlier in his career, if you ask me.
Yeah, well, in fight IQ, I mean, listen, he has gotten hit, but I think he knows how far he can go, right? Even when he went with John Jones, it's crazy. I mean, he took a beating with the John Jones fight as well. I remember up against the fence, John was working on him pretty hard. Like, he can take a beating, but I think he has to understand how far he can go in certain situations. And Glover was able to manage to get through these, weather the storms, and then get it down to the ground and find his ways for victory. Fight IQ, I guess.
All right, so one last thing involving this whole thing, just to speed to the end, involving Glover and stuff. Do you think that, I know this is controversial, I know the whole Warrior experience, but after what we saw on Saturday with Lauren Murphy and Glover, don't you think the corner should start taking a little bit more responsibility to an extent? Because goddamn, did those two take the worst beatings I've seen in a long time in UFC? I mean, it was worse than the power slap somehow.
Yeah, a lot of people were kind of on both of those fights. But the Glover thing, like, I could see how they could have stopped it fifth round, like fourth going into fifth. I could have seen it, but I get it. Like, everyone was on board saying even Glover, the corner, everyone was saying, they didn't want to stop that fight. But I could see it being stopped, especially knowing that, hey, if he loses this thing, which he was going to lose it, it's a career. That's it. It's over. But the Lauren Murphy seemed
there was no
worse.
Excuse for hers.
Yeah.
She was losing that whole fight. She didn't even fight back. She was just standing there in the third round at that point. It's like, come on, people.
Yeah, she wasn't coming back at all. Like, at least Glover somehow could have a miracle submission, and, you never know. But, Lauren Murphy, that fight over there, it got to the point where it was just like, it was unwatchable.
Oh, I couldn't watch it. And I love my blood sport, but there was a certain point, it's like, even if it was a dude, it's like, oh my God, there's some point, it's like, just throw the towel, like from Rocky IV, throw the damn towel. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? It does bring a good parallel also, because of pair and things I'm mentioning. That fifth round, remember when Izzy got stopped in the fifth round? He didn't take it anywhere near as the punishment Glover did, but they stopped it for Izzy. They didn't stop it for Glover.
No.
And he took more punishment, I think.
You know what it is?
Just looking back at both.
Yeah, you're right. You're not wrong. I think it was in Brazil. I think, the ref knew, hey, this is probably his last dance. A title on the line as well, but still, like, I think everything together with Brazil, the title, the fact that this could be his last fight, I think they were trying to keep everything into consideration, and we're going to wait until the last minute to call the fight.
We don't want a bigger riot than we could have gotten, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It was bad enough one of the heroes, Figgy, lost. Shogun retired. Figgy got lost his belt. You're right. They probably didn't need that third low blow.
Yeah, that is true, right? Like, you think about it. Moreno's on his way back to the locker room, getting showered with beers and batteries and whatever the hell they were throwing, tacos. Or I don't know, whatever they're throwing over there. I'm saying tacos like they're in Mexico. But it's. I think after that, maybe it's like, okay, let's see what happens. But then again, they start the fifth round, and was anyone even in the seats? Like, it was weird. How could everyone emptied out so quickly over there? That was the worst performance from a crowd ever in the UFC. That was a shame. It was an atrocity in Brazil. People showed up late and left early. Like, it was disgusting.
I know it didn't help, though. The event does not give them much of an excuse. Their event didn't end till like 3 a.m. over there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, was that the time?
So it was it was a pretty late time. And because they even mentioned in the press conference about trying to change the time possibly, but they said they prefer it there for pay-per-view events. But that could be a fact. I'm not saying. I know it'll probably a lot of people with sore losers, but if you're going till 3 a.m., I can understand some people coming in late to an extent.
So
I would think
the reverse. I would think people coming early because it's such a late event. If they get tired, they're just gonna have to leave early. But I would imagine they would get there earlier. Like, it was crazy. The place was a ghost town in the beginning.
It is prelims. Not everyone's a prelim fan, though.
How many times a year do they go to Brazil? It's not the Apex.
3 years. You're right. It's been 3 years. You
Yeah.
should have milked it.
Yes, it's not MGM or, this is like, they don't always go to Brazil. So it was really weird to see those empty seats. It was weird, especially when Glover was laying down his gloves and no one was in the crowd. Like, that is just absurd.
Yeah. Anyway, the thing I just want to say as I'm heading off and to give more people more time, if UFC, I know the UFC care about money, do more Brazil events, but you know what? I really think they should wait another year. Don't give them what they want right away. Make them wait some time because that was just sad.
Yeah, you know what? It was weird at the post-fight press conference. They kind of blew it off, like, "Oh, we'll be back soon." Like, I guess they made a bunch of money from it, but I guarantee the pay-per-view numbers were trash. I would imagine at the gate they probably sold out. I would imagine, even though there's a bunch of empty seats there. I mean, it's not like they're always in Brazil, so I would imagine they did sell that place out. But yeah, I guess it's about money, right? It's like, they treated the fucking fighters like shit. The crowd was rowdy. They left early. It was just like, it was ugly, man. The whole thing was ugly over there. So I would make them wait too, but it's not going to happen. They'll be right back. I
know. Well, I hope to hear some more people come on tonight. There's a lot of you guys in the stream. I hope to hear from all of you.
Okay,
Peace.
Thanks, Sonosi. High score King Sonosi. Okay, we got a bunch of people online. All right, let's see what we got here. Who is next? Okay. Oh, we haven't heard from this person in a while. We got a bunch. I'll get to all you guys. Stay on hold. Bodie, is that you? Bodie, give me that voice, baby. Where you at?
Hello.
Oh my God, this is like a blast from the past. Where have you been?
Been just busy with personal stuff, but I'm back now.
All right. What kind of personal stuff have you been busy with?
Well, it is very personal and
okay.
All seriousness.
Okay, all right. I want it. Fine. How you all right though? Everything okay?
I'm all right, yeah.
All right. You seemed a little cranky in the chat the other day. It seemed like you were in a trollish mood. What was that about? Would you like to explain yourself?
Well, I'm a very honest person.
Yes.
I just tell like it is.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't remember what I was even talking about.
All right, fine. So you're not being honest. All right. So what's on your mind, man?
Well, I 100% agree that the Brazilian fans are pieces of garbage.
You didn't like the way they handled the event?
No.
Okay.
They made Hitler look popular.
Oh. Wow.
I know. Yeah. No, but treating Moreno with disrespect, that was ridiculous. And then it's kind of sad it took one of your own to be like, hey, treat Jamahal Hill with respect. That's kind of pathetic.
Yeah, well, I mean, that wasn't happening after. Well, I saw Moreno was kind of egging him on a little bit. That was actually pretty funny how he's getting escorted through. But regardless, you can't be doing that shit. You can't be throwing shit and acting like animals.
Yeah, fighting's not that serious.
It isn't. It isn't that serious. What else you got, man?
Who do you think wins? But if you can be unbiased, who do you think wins between GASTELUM and Chris Torres?
I didn't, because I just saw it break before we went live. I didn't really give it much thought. I gotta be all right. You know what? I am biased, but I think Curtis wins. I do. GASTELUM hasn't looked great, so it's a fun fight though, man. That fight is fire, absolute fire. The shit's not going to hit the ground. Those two are going to be swinging at each other's heads. And it's going to be interesting, too, because if Chris Curtis holds his own with Kelvin Gastelum, I'm going to play the MMA math game and say, hey, look what Gastelum did to Izzy. That's what I'm going to do. Hey, maybe Curtis has a shot at this thing. So I'm going to pick Chris, but I am biased.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't it crazy, like, what he did to Adesanya, but most people didn't hold of him?
Mm-hmm. Listen, Kelvin's no scrub. He's got power. And if he utilizes his wrestling correctly, I feel like he's one of those guys that is the head case. Like, you never know which Kelvin's going to show up. If you got the real legit Kelvin Gastelum, you're not winning. But if you got, like, off-night Kelvin, it's a whole different fighter.
Yeah, my dad made a good point. Ever since he had that, when he, like, held that belt that actually wasn't his, and he started being cringy with him with Cejudo, that's when he started going down.
He's right. That is not wrong. It's like the kiss of death. I know people don't believe in what's it called? What am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for, Brody? I'm having a loss of words right now. People don't believe in superstition, you know? But yeah, I mean, he held someone else's belt walking around like it was his, and that was like the kiss of death.
That was very cringe.
That was. Okay, what else you got, man?
Do you think Sean O'Malley has a chance of being champion at the end of the deal?
The answer, well, here's what it depends. Like, I don't know how long Aljo is going to be out for. If Aljo is out with this bicep thing, and you throw Sean O'Malley against Cejudo, I understand Cejudo's got the Olympic wrestling, but there is something inside me that thinks O'Malley fucking starches Cejudo. I think O'Malley can beat Cejudo. I really truly do. I know it's probably crazy to say.
This might sound weird, but I think in MMA, him and Cejudo's wrestling might be a little overrated.
Well, I disagree with that. I think Cejudo's got I disagree with that, but I don't. I tell you, man, I think O'Malley can do enough where he can put him down. I really do. So in that situation, yes, O'Malley could be a champion. I'm still going to go with no, because I'm going to assume that Aljo will get back in time to defend that thing. And if Aljo's fighting, if he's fighting Sean, yeah, I don't even know if Sean can get past, Cheeto. Cheeto is that they're going to run that back. That's going to happen eventually.
Cheeto's gotten lucky in his last few fights, though.
He's gotten lucky. How so?
Like he was losing to Frankie.
Yeah.
He was losing to Dominic Cruz by a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then yes, he pieced up Rob Font, but before he dropped him those few times, I felt like Rob Font was like out jabbing him.
So I understand what you're saying. Cheeto sometimes is a slow start, but I feel like that's his game. Like, I think that's what he does. Like, he just kind of feels his opponent out, you know? He can give up a round. He has no problem because he is so confident in his finishing power or confident in him swinging the momentum of a fight. So I would have to respectfully disagree.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Also, I never got to talk about, because I haven't talked in a while, about people. I know I'm a little late on this, but people saying how O'Malley versus Potieria was a robbery. No.
O'Malley versus who?
Well, Piotr Yan.
Who?
A Russian dude, Peter Yan.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
That was not a robbery.
It wasn't a robbery? I agree.
Oh, yeah. Like people saying it was. You can't, especially when you look at Patty and Jared Gordon, which is clearly way more of a robbery.
Okay. So after watching that fight back, I can make an argument both ways. And I think a robbery has to be a pure one-sided victory. Even with the Patty fight, I did a whole stream on this. I know people were arguing with me about it. I understand how people think Jared Gordon won that fight. But I feel if it is close, which I thought both of those, you could make arguments like what's more important in the fight. If it's that close, no robbery or wobblery.
Yeah. I can kind of see how. I mean, to be honest, I thought Patty won at the time.
Okay. Oh wait, you thought he won it? Wait, in real time, you thought he won?
Well, I was maybe being a little biased on.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
But at the same, Jared Gordon didn't really do that much evil. That's why I'm not too mad. I'm just mad the way they stole it.
Yeah. Listen, I did a whole stream on it. I'm not gonna jump down that road again because I'm gonna start pissing some people off. But I literally figured out ways where both guys, you can score, they won. It depends on what the judges are looking for in that fight. I talked about the criteria, what's more important, efficient striking and all that nonsense. It's just too close for me to go crazy over.
Yeah. And just a couple more things, I'll make it quick.
Okay.
First thing is, do you think anyone is a better striker than Sean O'Malley at bantamweight?
I think who?
Anyone is a better striker than Sean O'Malley at bantamweight.
Anyone is a better striker than Sean O'Malley at bantamweight.
I don't think there is. I think he's too good.
He's pretty good. Yeah, he is pretty good. I'm trying to think. Let me look at the roster real quick. and see if there's someone else that jumps out at me. Who's a better? I mean, I tell you what, Jan's a pretty damn good boxer.
Yes, but he was the pieced up by O'Malley.
I mean, if I'm thinking about like, here, let me look at this. Let me look at this rankings over here. I mean, Jan is a damn good striker. Let's see. At bantamweight,
he's one of the very few Russian fighters I actually like.
Yeah, Yadong Song's pretty good, but yeah, I think O'Malley is smooth, man. Hey, might be. Ranked guys. Just looking at the ranked guys right now. Rob Font's a solid striker, but you look at what O'Malley has done. I would have to give him the edge. Yeah, I mean, see, Cruz is more footwork though. Like Cruz, he sets him. I don't know. Like,
there's no power.
Yeah. Cruz is very unique, and he started a whole style of fighting. You might be right. Sean's pretty damn good.
I think Adrian Yanez might be the closest one, maybe possibly.
Yeah, you're right. Yanez, he's still got to prove a little bit more. He's got a fight coming up, doesn't he? Didn't they match him up?
Yeah, he's going to knock out Rob Font in April.
Oh, it's Font. Yes. Oh, my God. He's going to knock him out in April.
Well,
you're probably right.
I like Paul. It's mostly because of how much damage he's taken his last two fights.
That's a good striking fight. That's a great matchup. Font versus Adrian Yanez. Oh my God, that's good.
In the rankings, they still have Rob Font pretty high, like number 6. So if Adrian Yanez wins, and let's say somehow, because you never know with the MMA, let's say somehow something crazy happens, he can end up fighting for a title this year. You never know.
Not this year, but yes, he could make a big leap. That's for sure. Yeah, he could make a massive leak. He could take a massive leak on the division. No, not this year though. Especially with Aljo, we don't know when he's coming back, and like, is that belt going to get held up? But next year, I think 2024, you really have to. If Adrian wins against Font, yeah, I mean, he's legit. Like, there's no doubt about it. And what's interesting about Giannis too is Aljo's got to leave. If Aljo's still on top, he's got to go to 145 because Giannis is his boy, Merab's his boy. Like, he don't want to be fighting these guys. So, yeah, Aljo's going to he's probably eventually going to move up if he still holds on to that belt. So, yeah, Giannis is a player. I tell you what, though, like, do you see Giannis beating Merab? Like, I think Merab, he's such a smothering individual that not many people beat Merab Dvalishvili.
To me, I think it depends on if it's a 3 or 5 round fight.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because first of all, I think Potieran's going to beat the shit out of Merab. I don't think Merab has a chance in that fight.
Wow. Wow. Peter Yan's going to beat the shit out of Merab. Okay.
I think Merab could win the first 2 rounds.
Okay.
But then in the 3rd and 4th, I think he'll get finished.
Okay. I think Merab is a machine, man. I think there's nothing stop. He's such a grinding son of a bitch. That's a great fight, though. Merab versus Yan is so good, man.
Didn't you pick Merab to be the champion at the end of the year?
I did. I sure did. Merab Dvalishvili is going to shock the world. But here's the problem. Like, I have a couple of issues with my champs. We got Brandon Allen is injured, which drives me nuts. He was supposed to be matched up. He's injured. He was one of the guys they threw out there. Aljamain Sterling's kind of holding things up because he's injured. So now my predictions are falling apart.
You said Brendan Allen. I know you meant Arnold Allen.
Arnold Allen. Excuse me. Arnold Allen. Yeah, thank you. Arnold Allen, I thought was going to like shock everyone, but yeah, he's injured, which bums me out. He pulled out of his fight. So
Al-Balzi, I just don't see that happening.
What's that?
The guy from Flyweight who's from
I got crazy. I got some crazy predictions, baby. This is going to be a wild year. Well, John Jones is looking pretty good. That John Jones prediction is looking pretty damn good.
Yeah, well, I think he's the lock of the year, to be honest.
Okay. All right, Brody. Anything else, man? We got a bunch of calls.
Okay, just one more thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy how I started watching show at 15. This year, I'm going to be 20 years old.
You started watching this when you were 15?
It was 2019 in July, and I remember the first call. It was the RDA Kevin Lee fight, and I remember because it was JBH's birthday, and now I'm going to be 20 this year in July.
Wow. How about that? That's a long time. That's a long time. You grew up with us. Wow.
Yeah.
What have you learned along the way?
I learned I actually did ready for Moss to make fun of my voice.
I can't wait to get old enough to call the show and have Moss make fun of my voice. Well, let me just say this, Brody. You know this. If I tease you or if I leave you on long enough, I like you, man. So you're a good kid, all right?
Fair enough. Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, be good, man. There's Brody. There he is. I like Brody, man. He comes prepared. Brody. Toddler voice Brody. Okay, who else we got here? We got a bunch. All right, let me rattle through these. Wow, you guys are really calling. Okay, here we go. Pulse, you there, bud?
Yep. How you doing?
Hey, man, we're not doing good. You and me, we're not doing good, buddy.
Hey, listen, I just got one thing to say.
Yeah.
We can't win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. I realize that now.
You're all jumping ship on Dak like it's crazy, man. So you think you got to move on from him?
I mean, he's not the type of quarterback that I'm not going to say he can't be on a winning team. He can't win you a Super Bowl by himself. I see that now.
Yeah, it's a bummer, man. It kind of feels like Tony Romo all over again.
Oh, Romo was good, man. I miss Romo.
But he couldn't win a Super Bowl. Like, he was so good during the season, and then poof, it would just go out the window.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And, I can't, I hate San Fran because they beat us, but there's no way in hell I can root for Philadelphia. So,
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Go Niners, baby. Go Niners. Please. Oh, my God. Yeah. I hope the Bengals. I just went back and forth with Goldberg again today. He's a big Bengals fan, and I'm rooting for the Bengals, man. I got to go with the AFC. Just I don't want to see the Niners win. I don't want to see the Eagles win. Just AFC all day. I don't want to see Kansas City win. Just Bengals. Just go Bengals.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think they came so close last year, almost won it. So I wouldn't mind seeing them. Plus, I like Burrow. I like the quarterback they got.
I'm with you, man. All right, so back on to the MMA side of things. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I just want to talk about 283 real quick.
Okay.
The guy Gregory Rodrigues, or as Brody would say, Gregory Rodrigues.
yeah. Gregory?
Yeah, he suffered the MMA holes curse. He was on the show not too long ago.
Oh, that curse is dead. It's dead, but he might have brought it back. He could have.
I don't know. Before his appearance, he was RoboCop. After Saturday night, he's RoboFlop.
So you're saying Gregory brought the curse back to the show?
It looks like it, because I didn't see that. It like totally that and the McKinney fight messed me up on goat milk, man. I was doing good until those two fights.
Those were rough. So Sadiq Youssef is done. He's done then, right?
Who's that?
Sadiq Youssef. He's done. You saying?
Sadiq Youssef?
Yeah, since he's been coming on the show a lot.
Oh, no, I hope not, man, because I like that guy. He's a good fighter. I hope he can survive it.
All right. What about Devin Clark? Do you think Devin Clark should not come on Wednesday and watch Power Slap with us? Will we hurt him by coming on?
Is he coming on this Wednesday?
Yeah, instead of having like a traditional interview, because he has a fight in 2 weeks, I said, come on, we'll watch Power Slap together. So Devin Clark, do you think if he comes on the show, are we going to curse him?
I'm pretty sure he survived the curse already. Didn't he beat William Knight his last outing?
He did, but no, that wasn't his last fight though. He did bounce back in the curse after that. Yeah, he beat William, and then the fight after, not so much. But maybe on and off. Who knows?
Okay. Yeah, he's cool. But then I just got two quick questions and a point.
Okay.
So this guy Jailton Almeida.
Yes.
He's a heavyweight now. If he were to fight Biggie Boy Rosenstruik, who do you think wins?
Almeida all day. All day.
You think so?
I think he takes him down and he just rapes him.
Is he? You think we're looking at a future champ there?
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think Almeida is just. I think he's a monster.
Yeah, I agree. And then going to featherweight, Arnold Allen. I know he's injured, but if he were to fight this guy, Ihor Potieria, who do you think wins?
Oh, my God. You know what? I go Allen. Yeah, I go Allen. I love Allen. I think Allen is so fucking good. I really do. I think he's solid, man. It's a great fight.
Yeah. No, I think I'll take Potieria in that one.
You're probably a lot of people would be with you at that, but I think Allen is, I think he's really legit. We got a donation coming in here. Hold on, Pulse. This is
Wonderful.
From Kainoto.
Oh my God, Pulse. All the Dallas Roaches are just running away from Dak. This is why people hate your team. You guys did this to Romo and now Dak. You guys don't deserve a thing. My cousin is a Dallas fan and he's nauseating to be around.
You know what it is, though? I'd probably be doing the same thing. It's like, you know what? Enough's enough. You had that massive dynasty, and then like this massive drought, right? And you have all these good seasons. You have these quarterbacks that kind of give you blue balls, and it's like you won a championship, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Listen, I'm with you, Pulse, man. I'd probably be chasing him out of town, too. I'd be sick of this. Kainoto is chasing Eli Manning out of town. The guy gave us 2 fucking Super Bowls, and Kainoto's like, get rid of him. So don't listen to that guy.
Okay, and I just got one last thing to say. Yeah. So I'm at 789 subscribers. I just need 211 more to reach 1,000. Okay. When this happens, I'm giving out a big screen TV to my 1,000th sub.
Are you doing a Dylan Dennis thing, or are you actually giving out the TV?
No, I'm doing more like Mr. Beast. I'm gonna give away a nice prize to my 1,000th sub.
Okay. All right. So yeah, there you go. So, shout out the channel. Go ahead.
Yes, Pulse Reloaded here on YouTube. Check me out.
All right, Pulse Reloaded. Go follow him. Get that TV. All right, I'm rooting for you, man. I'll tell you what, Pulse. Next. Let's see. Next fight reaction. Actually, if maybe the pay-per-view would be the best. Maybe I'll have Savage drop. Oh, here we go. He's got your channel in the chat. We'll have him drop your channel in our chat during a fight reaction. Okay.
All right. Appreciate that, DS,
right.
My man.
All right. Be good, man.
Laters.
That's Pulse. Okay. What else we got? Oh, we got a bunch, baby. I'm gonna get to all you guys. All you guys are gonna get. Okay. Wait. Hold on. Mike H. Got to get him in over here. Mike H. How you doing, buddy?
Boss.
Yes. How you doing?
You sexy son bitch.
Whoa. How you doing, you sexy bastard? What's going on?
Actually, I'll be short and to the point because there's a lot of people that want to get on here.
Okay.
Talk about the UFC. Yeah, it's great. It's fun. But is it me or it seems like they don't go to that many places. They go to Florida, they go to Texas, and they go to California. Why don't they go to other places? And in Arizona.
Well, one thing was the COVID thing, right? They didn't want to open up and blah, blah, blah. So that was the reason for that. But I have a feeling like this year, I think they're going to open it up to a lot more places. I really do. Because the more places they pop up in, the more money they make. So I think it's inevitable that they start bouncing around more. I mean, they did Utah, for God's sakes.
Nobody loves us in the Northwest. Like, goddamn.
They should show you. I mean, the home of Chael Sonnen, man. They should show you some love.
Yeah. Other than that, like I said, great fights last weekend. I think that fight the guy should have freaking stopped it because he looked like fucking hamburger.
Which fight?
And
which fight were you talking about? The hamburger?
Oh, God. I forgot the guy's name, but I think I will tell you real quick. Other than that, I'll let you go. Great fight.
I see Anne's on the line. Do you want to just pass the phone over to her?
Yeah, I'll let her go. Yeah, sure.
Nice.
1 second.
There we go. All right.
And my balls are still itching for me, Moss. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Just take 2 pills and call me in the morning. Everything will be fine. I'll clear up quickly, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Oh, yeah?
Ann, I see you over there on hold. Might as well, let's go. What's going on?
Might as well.
Tag team.
Oh, sexy beast, you.
Oh, wow. Ooh, this is getting hot over here.
Yeah.
So, What'd you
Hey,
think?
I got too flustered. Uh-oh, dogs, get him out. I got that new puppy, she's just going for hey. She's attacking my old grandma dog.
Whoa. Okay. It's getting crazy over there. All right. So what's going on? What'd you think of the fights this weekend?
I like the fights. They were good. Except, of course, I couldn't see all of them.
Okay.
But I did see, the main, and I think, the co-main. So that was good. That's what I wanted. So that's good.
Okay.
But
well, there you go.
I mean, and they were saying like the eye poke. I was watching a replay, like he said, but like he said, it was a knuckle. And, that's legal. It wasn't an eye poke, and it sucks that his eye looks like that. And it sucks it got stopped like that. But, hey, he took him apart. He was winning. I'm sorry. I picked him, Moreno. I can't believe you didn't pick him.
I am biased with Figueiredo. And now that I know he's like Kratos, he has Kratos hair, I am very biased. I make no mistake. Like, there are certain fighters, for some reason, I constantly pick. I don't know if Figueiredo is someone I could pick in bantamweight, though. I think I might jump off the train at bantamweight, but Moreno had his number. He does. He finished him twice, so nothing but respect for Moreno for sure.
He did. It was a good fight. I was like, yes. I didn't do too bad in goat milk. I got 11 right.
Oh, nice.
So
Very
not too
nice.
bad.
Good stuff.
Just like you said, it's hard to get exact, perfect. It's the only way you can get up there to real high to get one spot. But
yeah,
I'll keep trying. One of these days.
It's just gonna get harder and harder as we
grow.
It's
like what 700 and
700 plus in there. Yeah, there's a bunch, and then we're gonna switch things around. Hopefully, second half of the year we get things going. So it might get low and then reset. So you might have a shot when we reset, our whole goat milk experience. But right now, it's not easy. It's not easy.
No. And I was noticing too, like I said, like the first page, it looked like when I look at to see who makes it, used to be like the top 30 something. Every time I check now, it's like 100 and something. So I was wondering if that's because you got so many and
there's a lot of people
groups, so it kind of changes that or not. Or
yeah, it's just to make the first page is like an accomplishment. It's crazy.
Okay, because that's what I was wondering. I know you were lower than me, so
yeah, I only got 9 out of 15. I was like, what the hell? Even my main card picks are falling apart. I'll bounce back. I'm good like that.
Yeah, you'll bounce back. We all have those times. Sometimes some of us have gotten I know a couple of times I've only gotten one or two right.
Yeah, I get bummed. I get really bummed. Well, first off, when my bets don't hit, that bothers me. So I gotta get out of that funk. But I get bummed if I go worse than half the card. That worse than 50% drives me nuts. Yeah. I gotta go at least over 50. Over 500 is what I need to go.
That's what I try to do too. I go, oh man, I gotta get over at least 50. I kind of do like you do.
Yeah,
just kind of don't. I used
it's like a moral victory.
Really intense and really study and this and that back when, and then I said, oh, screw it. I'm older now. I said, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, you're better off. You're better off doing that.
Yeah, actually not doing too bad. I mostly just do the UFC. That's what I've done. It's taken a long time to get a black belt in Tapology when you only do UFC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Takes a while, but anyway, I finally got it, so I was happy about that.
Oh, nice. Congrats on your black belt.
Yeah.
All right.
Black belt on here, too.
Yeah, you're black belt all over the place. Look at you. Actually, this one's more important, to be honest.
I'm a double black belt in real life, too.
Wow. Are you really? I didn't know that.
Once you're black belt, you can't take it away. I got all my certificates and trophies and my belts to show it.
And what I would love to see you with nothing on but a black belt. You know what I'm saying, Ann? I think the chat would agree.
Yeah, I have to.
Right? Do you ever do that with Mike? You ever get frisky? You put the old black belt on and, you get down and dirty? No? You should prepare dinner. The next supper, you should prepare just with the black belt on, You should treat Mike to that experience.
Well, I gotta be careful because I don't want to splatter any grease or anything on me. That would defeat the whole thing. Oh God, I just got a picture of that. That wouldn't be good.
Yeah, the chat loves it. They're fired up. They're all horny right now thinking about it.
Y'all getting horny for it? Oh, hey
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, they're in the mood.
Me in the black belt. Yeah, and sexy black stockings.
Okay,
Cooking.
well, stockings too. Look at that. Bonus. All right. Well, Ann, listen, we got a bunch of people on the line. Is there anything you want to yell at to the MMA holes right now?
I just want to say, oh my God, jeez. Okay, I want to say I love the show, Chris. You're the best. Screw the other guy. You know those. You know who, and those idiots. And anyway, I love the MMA holes and everybody else. You guys are awesome, and my buds. They know who they are. So
Awesome. Thank you, Ann. Have a great night. Okay.
Yeah, you too. Love you.
There's Ann. Love Ann very much. Look, the knitter, the naughty knitter tonight. All right, what else we got over here? We got a whole. Oh boy, here we go. Hold on a second. We got Dr. C. If you're on hold in Discord, hang in there. We will get to your call. Dr. C, you're there.
I'm here.
How you doing? It's been a minute. How's it going, man?
It's going well. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, what are your thoughts on the card that happened this weekend?
Man, I was just bummed out at the crowd, how they treated Moreno. You know, even when they told them that it was a legit punch, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
The
it was
booze,
silly.
the
Now,
beer.
someone said he got on the mic and he yelled something to the Brazilian crowd. So was he taunting them? I didn't hear what he said afterwards.
No, at the end he said something about dogs, but I think he was talking about himself. Like, we're a bunch of dogs, you know? We're a dog. But it could have been, but they were already acting up before that. I don't think it would have mattered.
Yeah, they probably weren't happy that their boy lost. So that'd be funny if you called them a bunch of dogs. That'd be amazing.
Oh man. Jeez.
One up Colby.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure Colby was, a fan of that.
Yeah, giving him pointers.
Hey, the hardcore I guess this would be kind of a hardcore fight, but for the true fans, Sandhagen versus Vera. Who do you got there?
Oh, that's tough. Cheeto or Sandhagen? I was so high on Corey, and I've kind of fallen. I'll go Cheeto. Fuck it, I'll just go Cheeto.
Cheeto Vera.
Yeah. And it's not
then,
like
me.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to that'd be my instant thought would be Cheeto, but Sandhagen, it's hard to count him out. A couple of losses and then all of a sudden we're off the train, but yeah, I would have to go Cheeto.
And me with the random top picks keep going. Luke Rockhold released. What do you think about where he goes? PFL, Bellator?
I think he's eyeing. Well, he wants to box. Which I don't know how well he's going to do over there. He's calling out Jake Paul and all this stuff. I think boxing is probably his first thing that he's going to do. You would think Bellator would be the place considering his relationship with Coker, but if he's smart, PFL or boxing to make that money. So I'd rather see him go to PFL.
Yeah, I think that's a smart thing. You know how we always think that Sean Strickland is crazy?
Yes.
Which he is. But Luke Rockhold, if you think about it, is a crazy person. Listen to his interviews.
Luke Rockhold.
Have you paid attention? Yeah.
He is. Well, he said again today from the clip that I heard, he said that he's still single. He can't hold down a relationship. He sounds very odd in interviews. He isn't. He's a weird dude. He's a very, very strange guy.
You know who he reminds me of? No disrespect, R.I.P., but Stefan Bonner when he was kind of going kind of nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Rockhold just goes all over the place.
Yeah.
They'll ask him a question and he just starts going like me. I mean, hey, I may have outed myself as a crazy person. He just rambles about the most unrelated shit to what they asked him.
I think with Rockhold though, it's a combination of head trauma and dits. I think he's a ditzy guy. You know, it's like how, you know, a blonde bimbo, he's like the male blonde bimbo. Like, he's just kind of a ditzy dude that when he's interviewed, you know, it comes out. It gets amplified, you know?
Yeah, it's like he's trying to say something cool or funny, and it just never comes to him. So he just like starts spilling whatever he can think of.
Yeah.
I noticed that just the weirdest interviews ever. At least Sean Strickland is legitimately, you know, a maniac.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that video where Strickland is like driving and there's some gangbanger next to him and the guy pulls a gun?
With Oh yeah, I heard of it. I didn't see that video though. No.
Yeah. Check it out. I mean, Strickland is basically, you know, like exchanging words with him, and guy pulls out a gun. He goes, "Oh man, you got a gun?" He's like, "Let's fight. I'll fight you, and then whoever wins gets the gun."
Yeah, I heard about him screaming and yelling about that. Yeah, and I did see recently, like the Detroit whatever the hell the self-defense guy was saying, "I'll fight you in the desert" or something, and someone could videotape it. And Strickland's response was like, it's like bone chilling. It's like, dude, why would you pick a fight with Sean Strickland? The dude is absolutely off his rocker. Like, what you see is what you get. He's not going to fucking sugarcoat it.
Are you talking about that self-defense Detroit dude?
Yeah. Did you see the video, Strickland's response?
Yeah. Well,
It's
no,
hilarious.
I mean, Strickland went to that store. Did you see that video?
Yeah, he threw him into a
Strickland
glass
grabs
case.
him and what'd they break?
He threw him into a glass gun case. Yeah, it's hilarious, dude. It's hilarious. Sean is he is like the purest fucking guy. Like yeah, people might not agree with his opinions, but at least he's just brutally honest, and I fucking have nothing but respect for that. The guy's nuts,
Dude, man, the guy's hilarious. I mean, he's the funniest dude. He's the best interview in MMA.
Yeah,
Just
I agree.
Talks about whatever, you know, guns, lesbians, Vegas. The guy just has no filter. The best, the most authentic, crazy person that's funny, you know?
100%. I'm with you.
100%, man. All right, Moss. Well, that's pretty much all I got in my random talks. But hey, who wins the Super Bowl?
I'm gonna go Bengals.
Legitimately, like in your heart, if you were putting 10K down,
Probably the
who
Eagles.
wins it?
Probably the Eagles.
Really?
But I'm rooting for the Bengals. Yeah, I think the Eagles are ridiculous.
I'm a Niner fan. I think we can pull it off, but I think the Chiefs are the best team. Although, did you see how Mahomes' ankle bent whenever that guy fell on him?
I didn't see that. No, we were too busy making fun of his voice on the second channel last night, but I did not see that. No. Did he hurt himself seriously?
No, it looks bad. It looks bad. I mean, the guy fell on it. It twisted weird. It looked nasty, but he stayed in the game and finished it. So, but I mean, I think that's going to play a major factor. It has to when they play the Bengals. That's why the Bengals can perhaps pull it off.
Yeah, well, we will see. I think Bengals-Eagles Super Bowl, that's what I'm predicting, but I'd rather see the Niners in there, to be honest with you. So good luck, man.
Sounds good, boss.
All right.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, you too. There is Manny C. Talking a little Sean Strickland on top of that. Here's another video. I didn't see this. This popped up. What's this about?
No. You come back.
You come back here. You come back here. Oh, God, the guy's fucking hilarious.
We go out to the desert alone. We need to go out there. Whoever's going to film it, we'll go out there. We won't be around any witnesses. It'll be just up.
Hold that thought. We got Sinosi coming in.
Subscribe to my channel and I offer tiers. 50 subs equals $50, 100 equals $1,00500 equals $500, and 1K equals 1,000.00. Shameless paid plug is shameless, and remember, tune in for cringe this weekend for the next level in trashy reality TV.
There you go. Check out Sinosi Sanction. Thank you for the donation. You know what I should do? I should just fucking completely sell out and have like a specific donation where we pin your channel in our live chat. I should just fucking sell out and do that. Because everyone's trying to promote their channels and shit like that. Whatever happened to the old-fashioned way? You know, the old-fashioned way, people just fucking, you know, I don't know, growing your own fucking YouTube channel. But I love Sinosi. Sinosi supported us so much. So there's the channel in the chat. There it is. Get you. It's like, why am I the only? I feel like I'm the only channel that just is like, go ahead, you know, grow the fucking God. Let me help you out a little bit. Like it's like when is that channel gonna come to me and be like, yo, Mystic Moss, I gotcha. Should I sell out and just have like a donation and then pin your life? That's not, you don't got my wheels spinning. How much should the donation be? Like you get like on top for 10 minutes live chat. It's actually pretty valuable. That's true. Yeah. All right. If you give me the PS5, you're in. All right. Let's see the next caller over here. Actually, here's a good segue. So we're talking about Sean Strickland, and thank you, Brett, for the subscribe. Appreciate that.
Us, other than the camera person, and we'll go out there in the desert. It's where we need to go and handle that.
I agree. Everyone does need help, Sneaky Smurf. I'm waiting for my help. Going on 7 years. We've helped so many fucking channels grow. It's time for someone to say, all right, MMA holes, I'm going to help you motherfuckers now grow. That's going to be next, but I don't think that's going to happen. So subscribe to the channel. We'll grow your channel for you. All right. Sean Strickland coming back.
Yo, Detroit Tactical, I just seen what you said, man. You said you would meet me in the desert. I will make you a deal. Next week, the following week, whenever you're free, I will buy your plane ticket. I will put you in whatever hotel you want. I will go take $200,000 in cash, and I will put it in the sand, and you can have that money. And all you got to do is beat me. Just say win, man. I promise you, we will do this whenever you want. The thing is, dude, you're a fraud. You're a phony. You're a con artist. You know you are. I know you are. And if you want to man up and show the world that maybe you're legitimate, next week, the following week, plane ticket, hotel, transportation, $200,000 on the ground. That's the easiest money you'll ever fucking make. Let's do it.
You go out to the desert.
Okay, so there you go. There's Strickland's response. And speaking of Sean Strickland, I don't know if he's still here. Let's see. I saw PC Strickland was on hold, so I'll give him a ring back. I'll holler back over there. If he's still up, it's late in the evening. It's 10 o'clock over here, so God knows what time it is on the East Coast. But I think we've made contact. Strickland, PC
We
Strickland.
made contact. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. Wonderful, wonderful.
Nice. All right. Well, hey, we got your boy Sean Strickland over there off a big win. How you feeling?
Yeah. Excited. I think we're back in the win column, going on a win streak, getting Alex Pereira back before he moves up a weight.
Oh, so you're seeing rematch?
Oh, 100%. I think everybody does.
Wow. Oh, my God. So there we go. So Sean Strickland Pereira 2, make it happen. Wow. You think it's going to happen before the year's up?
Dude, with Sean Strickland fighting, he might fight every single week. So it might happen it might happen next month.
Oh, man. I tell you what, that win was pretty impressive. It really was. How he came in on short notice and just did work. I mean, my man, he's a decision machine, but he knows how to get those dubs. I want to see him fight Izzy so bad, though. Like, I would love to see that lead up. I would love to see, how he can handle himself against a guy like Adesanya. I think everything about it's so much fun.
Oh, it'll be exciting. I think he does well against a guy like Adesanya too. I think he gets in his head, especially with the way Israel's been dealing with stuff lately. I think he gets in his own head, especially with Alex got in his head with the way he did the last fight. I think he doesn't do good getting in his own head. I think Sean does the same thing.
Okay, there we go. So PC Strickland in the house. What else is on your mind, man?
Not much. Off a bunch of CBDX right now. A little worried. Might go to take myself to the hospital. So
wait, what did you take?
Dude, I don't even know. Boxes of stuff. It's all good. We're good though. That's why I'm stuttering a little bit. So I don't have a speech impediment. We're all good. I'm
okay,
just
all
right. little high.
Just too much. All right. I can't complain about that. All right.
I miss you, Moss. Just wanted to call in. I won't take up everybody's time.
All right, man.
Miss everybody over at the MMA holes. I don't really know how to use Discord, but hey, I'll hop in a little bit more often.
There you go. Thank you. Appreciate your time. Okay. Be good, man.
I'll see you guys.
There he is. PC Strickland. Go follow him on Twitter. He's got a great account over there. He's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Here we go. Who we got? We got Kainoto coming in.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Kainoto.
Anyone else notice the Discord getting flooded by the child army? It's kind of funny. As a matter of fact, I'm calling him the MMA Guruma from now on. I'm stoned as fuck, never doing edibles again.
Wait, what kind of edibles are you doing, Kainoto? I tell you what, man. I am addicted. I enjoy edibles very much. And if you want some edibles, try CBDX.com. That's the website. Use promo code MMAHOLES. You must be 21 plus or older to purchase. But using our code MMAHOLES, you get 20% off the entire store, and you could use it over and over again. So make sure you check it out. I promise you, the Delta 9 is what I've been using. The gummies, the watermelon is what I've been intaking, and I took a quarter of it last night, and I felt it. So, I mean, listen, maybe you have a stronger tolerance than me, but I fly pretty high on that. All right, thank you. Thank you. Who else we got over here? I'll try to scurry through this real quick. Upuful? Let's see. Wow, I don't think have we ever spoken to Upuful before? I don't know if we've spoken to him before. All right, I promise I will get to all your calls here if you are on hold. All right, Upuful's done. Let's see. Who else we got here? Big Fat Paulie. I'm trying to get you guys in the order you came in. Big Fat Paulie, you there?
Shit. Am I on TV?
You're on. Is this the first time we've spoken?
No, I played Among Us with y'all before. Fuck.
Oh, that's right. Okay. What's going on, man?
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, it's been a long fucking month. I got into the ICU on the 7th. Like, fucking... I'm on, like, steroids. Not, like, the Connor kind, but, like, corticosteroids. I have Addison's. It's fucking rare as fuck, so I thought my doctor was being a fucking cornball, but... Yeah, bro, thanks for fucking telling me to hold on, brother.
Yeah, man, I hope you feel better. That's crazy.
Well, today they upped my steroids, like, by 3 times. It's not Connor steroids, so, I mean... But it's corticosteroids.
But you piss hot, right? If you were to piss in a cup, you would not be able to compete, correct?
Mm-hmm. We could find out. You can Google it. Drunk Savage. Look it up on USADA's site. Corticosteroids, hydrocortisol or some shit. But yeah, fucking. Yeah, I was just trying to make some content. Kendall's cute, but let's be honest, my ex-wife is prettier.
Okay. Well, are you married now, or so that's your ex-wife? So you're single, you're saying?
She was married to a Mexican guy, and she told me she was going to leave him for me. I don't know, man. I loved her. Mexicans are cool, bro.
Okay. Sounds interesting. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. So let's talk about the current MMA landscape. What fight do you want to see next? Let's make some content. What do you want to see next?
What do I want to see next? Listen, I'm foaming at the mouth of the return of McGregor, but that's unrealistic. We don't even know if he's going to come back. Of course.
Kavanaugh said today. He said
he's coming back.
Yeah, on Ariel's little gay ass show with his gay little watch.
Oh, is that true? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. What did he say?
It's a
Ariel has a gay watch. You're saying?
That's an Izzy thing. Sean Strickland's my hero.
Okay. I feel like we're all over the place. Right, yeah. John Jones would be the fight, by the way. John Jones, of course, fighting Cyril Gane is, that's very interesting to me.
I hope he's on roids. He better murder him. We can't let the French beat us again. Wait, no, they never did, actually, so.
Okay. All right. Well, Big Fat Paulie, you're a pleasure to talk to. You're quite comical in the chat. And I hope you feel better, okay?
You're kicking me off? Peace.
Sounds a little drugged up. Thank you, Big Fat Paulie. Let's see what else we got over here. We got 2 joints. 2 joints. I see you calling like crazy. What's going on, bud?
Chris, brother, how are you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm wonderful. My Rangers won tonight. I'm feeling good.
Cool. Yeah, there should be some trades coming up here in the next little bit. I mean, we're a little over halfway through the season, and some of the teams getting ready for the playoffs, so we'll have to see what happens. But I just got a few quick points on the fights here, Moss. Rapid fire like you requested.
Nice.
I think Almeida is going to be a problem for the next quite a few years. I mean, he's just got that you know, they did throw him a bit of a can, but still, he has to overpower a guy that's just a complete massive human being. And I mean, you just have to look at Almeida as down the road maybe being the next champ. I know I've heard it a few times from some of the other callers, but he's devastating, man. Holy fuck.
Yeah, he scares the hell out of me, man. He really does. Like, he is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Now I want to see some real, you know, competitive talent across the cage from him.
Oh, you bet. And what you were mentioning about Glover, people disrespecting him, you know, by saying Jamal got an easy fight. There is no way that was an easy fight. Even you said it yourself, Moss. During that fight, a lot of people would have crumbled underneath Jamal's power. You know what I mean? All those strikes. And what a fucking champ, like 43 years old or whatever. And you know what I mean? Like, you got to give that kind of guy a lot of credit.
Oh, 100%, man. To discredit what Jamahal Hill has done is insane to me.
Absolutely. And just another 2 quick things. I think that LFA outfit is something to keep your eye on, because look at this dude. I think this was his first fight in the UFC, and he pretty much embarrassed McKinney. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong if this wasn't his first fight, but that was just insane, man. I don't know how many people actually picked that guy. I sure did. I mean,
Bonfim?
Yeah.
Yeah, LFA's got an event this Saturday, and I was thinking about maybe just doing a reaction to that since there's no UFC. I mean, they have some serious talent coming out of LFA. So, yeah, maybe.
Okay. And then, like, oh, sorry, Moss, I gotta piss. So just one last thing. That Detroit self-defense guy is super pissed off because Strickland fucking handled him. Totally fucking manhandled him. And that's his career, Moss. This black guy that looks like Tyson Neil deGrasse is supposed to train people to defend themselves in a life or death situation, and here Strickland, the big dumb white guy, just fucking throws him right across that gun case, man. That was hilarious.
Yeah. What did you piss in? That was the most hollow sounding toilet I've ever heard. Was there any water in that toilet? What did you just piss in?
Oh, there we go. No, I'm back to square one. Moss, I've been on hold for about 15 minutes, and I'm really honored that you actually answered.
Are you pissing in a bucket? What's going on?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm pretty much out, just about standing outside. So
how did you stop and go and stop?
I've got kind of a little situation in my belly right now. I got to get a little CAT scan next week. Not a big deal. Like,
okay.
I'm not dying, but the doctor just figures there's a little blockage somewhere. Maybe they got to go in and do a little investigating. So looking forward to another colonoscopy in about fucking 9 months. It sounds like. Holy shit, Moss. We're getting old, buddy.
Okay.
But
yeah, I know.
Anyways, just a quick call, Moss. Like, let's let some other people in to enjoy the calls.
Thank you, 2 Joints.
Bye.
Appreciate it. It's 2 Joints. Look at that. Look at that. What a call. I'm jealous. I got to take a piss. Thank you, Stan the Man Karmas, for subscribing. Appreciate that. Welcome to the community. And who better to end the stream with than Damn Savage? Damn Savage on the line. How you doing, Damn Savage?
Oh.
What's going on?
Not much. So first I want to point out, I'm pretty sure RoboCop went on Ariel's show after the MAO, so the fucking lost curse is on him.
Is that true? Okay.
Transferred the curse over to Ariel.
Okay, we'll just blame this guy. We'll blame Ariel. I'm with you on that. Okay.
So I fucking sucked about the main event getting fucking doctor stoppage like that. I would have liked to see the last 2 rounds. I think Piggy could have pulled it off in the end.
Oh, Coleman, you say, yeah, Figueiredo, yeah. Yeah, it's a bummer. A lot of people are screaming about it and this and I don't know, man. I think, I would have liked to seen more, but Moreno's got his number now. We'll see him move up, and it is what it is.
At least we get some new blood in flyweight now.
Yep. Yeah, hopefully we're done with this. Moreno goes up. Like Figgy gets the bantamweight belt, Moreno goes up, and number 5 is at 135.
No thanks. I've seen enough.
Let's go 10 more. Just never stops.
So who do you think Figgy should get first at fucking bantamweight?
Someone throwing, they're saying Dominic Cruz is done, but if he's not, I would love to see Cruz. But I guess he is
Cruz
done.
Right? And Sandhagen. Someone up there.
Yeah. Sandhagen makes me nervous. Let's see. Hold on. Where's the rankings here? Let me look at it. Let's see. Who do I want him to fight? Adrian Yanez moving up and stuff like that. I wouldn't be opposed to that. Cheeto Vera would be fun. Jan is interesting. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of interesting fights for sure.
I think maybe it could beat Rob Font.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pedro Munoz.
Yeah, there's a lot of things they can put together for the God of War. So, I don't think he's going to win a belt over there. I don't feel confident, but he might win a couple of fights.
I honestly think O'Malley beats him.
O'Malley over Figueiredo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
And the fucking shit with the Brazil, someone pointed out on Twitter that this is not the first fucking time, dude. Remember Matt Brown walked into the cage? He got punched a few times by the fans.
Yeah, it's true. They have been rowdy before. That is true. It's been a minute. Has it been 3 years? Sonosi said 3 years since they've been to Brazil.
COVID.
Has it been? I mean, it's been a while. So maybe it was 3 years. That's crazy,
Is
man.
this first time since COVID, or have they been back?
It's just crazy. It's been so long. Yeah, I don't think they have been back since COVID. I don't recall. So if that is the case, to act the way they did and to kind of leave early and show up late, like it's bizarre. The whole thing is bizarre to me.
Yeah, fuck them. I wish they could go to Japan more, but and they have to deal with the Yakuza.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling though they're going to be traveling a lot more these next couple of years. I think they're going to go to some real interesting places now that COVID's kind of subsided.
Yeah. But the fucking Pereira Hill thing, I do not want to see that right away, dude. Let these guys build up their fucking name as champion, get a couple defenses under them, then, do the fucking money fight for the double champ shit.
So who would you like to see next for Pereira?
Honestly, I want to see Robert Whitaker.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate that.
Imagine Whitaker knocks out the guy who knocks out Izzy.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Yeah, I definitely don't hate that fight. I like Robert Whitaker a lot. And then who's next for Jamal? I mean, assuming Yuri comes back, I guess you're going to say Yuri?
Yuri's saying he could be back like July or August, but I seriously doubt that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So
unless he got some fucking Mr. Miyagi type of fucking healing technique he does on himself.
Would you throw Ankalaev at him? Or is that too boring that they need to make him pay?
I think the next fight to make.
I
think that's the next fight to make.
Man, see, that's my problem. Like I want Ankalaev to pay for his sins, and I would run him back with the Blachowicz or some shit like that. Like I'd run that shit show back on a full camp, and then that's when I would have Pereira fight Hill. That's what I would like to see. I feel like middleweight too. Yeah, I mean he should defend his belt, Pereira, but I don't know. I think there's certain scenarios where double champ status kind of works, and in this situation, I think it'd be a lot of fun with Pereira. I really do. I think that would be so much fun, especially with Pereira being that meme, and that straight face and that serious, brooding attitude. Like I don't know, there's something about him that I think it'd be fun to see him take 2 belts.
I just think it would be bigger if they let him, get a couple of defenses under the belt, build it up a little more.
Plus, if he wins, right? It will. I mean, most likely they're going to run it back with the Izzy. Most likely that's the case. So, would you rather see Pereira Izzy? Because I mean, I'd rather see Whitaker, but most likely it's going to be Izzy. So, would you rather see another Izzy fight in Pereira, or would you rather see Pereira fight Hill?
Yeah. Fuck, I'd rather see Izzy again, I think.
Okay. Yeah,
but he said if he's not ready when he wants to fight, then it's going to Whitaker.
Okay. Alrighty. What else you got, man?
Yeah, lastly, you think Glover just kicked himself out of the fight? Like, God damn it, I should have fought last one.
I mean, in hindsight, you could make that argument. Yeah. Yeah, if he would have just taken the fight, he probably would have been better off. You're right.
Shame he didn't get in the
fight they offered him
in his prime.
They offered him Ankalaev though. Apparently that's the one, right? I don't know. I guess Blachowicz would have been in the mix too if he didn't want to fight Ankalaev. I don't know how that worked. Like I think they really wanted Ankalaev to fight, And I don't know if they really said, okay, then fight Blachowicz. I don't think they gave him an option there. As soon as he turned off Ankalaev, they probably said, okay, now Ankalaev versus Blachowicz. I don't know if. Do you know if they offered him?
Taking that one.
What's that?
Yeah, so he probably should have taken Magomed, because at least then it would have been mostly grappling and he wouldn't have taken as much damage.
Yeah, I don't think he beats Ankalaev. I mean, I don't think he beats him. Do you think he beats Magomed?
I mean, it would go to the ground more, so he could probably pull off a submission, if anything. But yeah, Magomed probably beats him in the end.
Yeah. If Blachowicz was the option and they could run that back, that's the perfect scenario. But I don't know if he was. If anyone knows in the chat if he was, let us know. But I don't think he was in the mix. Okay. All right, Savage. Anything else, man?
Fuck. No, that's about it. Later, Slapnuts.
All right, there he is. Damn Savage coming in. Going deep into the evening. I want to thank everyone for stopping by tonight. Thank you to the donators for supporting the show. Appreciate that. Wednesday we'll be back live with 2 streams. We're going to do a bonus, like a sheath stream, where we talk a little UFC and whatever the news is. We're going to have a little fun, quick stream there. And then we're going to roll into Power Slap with Devin Clark. He agreed to pop by. He's got a fight in 2 weeks. Devin's got a really tough fight, man. Here, look at this. So check this out. Alrighty. So it is the fight night of Lewis versus Spivak. And look at your co-main event over here. Devin Clark versus Da Un Jung. Oh, boy. That's a tough one for Devin. That's a tough one over there. He's a plus 200 underdog in that fight, but he is looking to bounce back. Da Un Jung is looking to bounce back, and Devin's going to be coming on Wednesday to watch a little Power Slap with us. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Thank you to our sponsors. And thank you guys for stopping by on this lovely, wonderful, wonderful stream. I'll see you on Wednesday night. Be good.